Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blind Wave Podcast and more. We are covering the Sony Showcase?
PlayStation Showcase.
PlayStation Showcase.
PlayStation.
Which is going to be a little bit later. We'll be watching it live. Very excited.
Yep.
Man, I like the PlayStation 1, but it's not as, catchy as Sega, you know?
Yeah.
And then Nintendo just never had one.
I always liked the GameCube.
That thing?
Yeah. That one was good.
That
I
one's
guess
pretty
so.
good. All right, so let's get all the stuff we need to talk about out of the way before that happens.
Out of
Eric,
the way.
Avatar gas station?
I told him, guys, remind me about my story. Avatar gas station.
Avatar
And
gas
they all
station.
looked very confused.
I did.
I was at the gas station the other day, and I was in line, and there were two young boys behind me. And the two young boys were arguing about how benders first became benders in Avatar: The Last Airbender. One was talking about lion turtles, and the other was talking about how they learned from the moon, and they both are technically correct. But I kind of held my tongue.
Well, it's different bending,
Because I wanted
right?
to turn, I wanted to turn and explain it, but I didn't. 'Cause I didn't want to be that guy. But the guy that I ended up being, I think is better, because that happened. And then I went out into my car. I got on YouTube. I looked up Avatar: The Last Airbender theme. I blared it as they walked out. I just drove by them, and it was going no 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 no, and they fucking turned, and the shocked expression on their face as I drove by, and you could tell their reality was just shattered because they were just talking about it, and then they just hear that I never have my stereo louder,
Sure.
but I blared it I love creating that chaos and confusion for those
That's
two young
amazing.
boys.
Yeah, because that's never something you're just going to hear on the radio.
Nope.
No, absolutely not.
So yeah, that's what happened to me last week.
It's like when we drive around in the shield truck and I'd play the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. theme.
You would do that.
I was driving
No.
I'm just so happy.
All right.
Very good.
I'm glad you remembered the story.
Yep.
How's everyone else's
Thank
week
you.
and stuff been? Good?
Good. I started Psychonauts 2.
Psychonauts 2.
Very
Okay.
exciting. Been
That's
waiting a long
awesome.
time for that. Going to be playing it again Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mm.
Started working on the horror one-shot RPG that we're going to be doing Scream stream-wise.
Halloween.
So keep an eye out for an announcement date for that. But I'm very excited. It's going to be involved.
Fun?
Involved. We did one last year that was a lot of fun. We did it live on Twitch, and we're doing it live on Twitch this
Yeah,
year.
there's going to be a lot of Twitch interaction where you guys can mess with the story and the characters.
Yeah.
So always a good time. Very excited for that.
So make sure you guys are here. Follow if you haven't followed over at twitch.tv/blindwave.
Indeed.
Unless you're at twitch.tv/blindwave, which you are if you're watching this live.
Sure.
My beer is weird.
What I had this week going on. We threw away a bunch of stuff
In my yard.
at Rick's.
Sons of bitches.
I just threw it all at Rick's, just tossed it in there. That was good though. I mean, I was trying to get as much as I could out of there and stuff. We threw away a couch that was just old, and big, and junky.
Mhm.
Which couch?
We need to throw away that couch.
It was a big white couch.
Oh, okay. You didn't get rid of the brown behemoth.
Not yet.
Good.
It's getting rough.
You know,
That's
I
probably
bet.
it's probably one of the next ones.
How
We
are
had
we?
that whenever we lived together.
How
we-
are we going to throw away that couch?
Window.
Yeah.
Um,
We
no,
have
the-
a hole to fill.
The brown couch, we bought that back whenever Leon was being born, right?
Mhm.
We were having a baby shower for Melanie, and our apartment back at 3rd Street needed seating, so I went out and bought a couch.
Man, I think I was involved carrying that couch up those stairs.
Yeah?
Is it that one?
I don't know. It's a big brown one. It's heavy.
Was it? No, the place was the one above the hair place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
Oh,
those rickety
the
red
stairs were
steps.
terrible.
Those ones are
Oh.
awful. No, whenever I had to move that from then on, I took it apart and everything, and I had a way of I could take them and I would flip them over and carry them on my back/head and take them up steps slowly, alone, because I didn't have anyone to help me really.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah. No, this one was a white. I forget. I don't even remember where we got this couch. The other couch we have, that blue one, came from it was at a nursing home, and they were gonna just throw it away because the person was gone. I don't know. They didn't need it anymore in that room, and they were putting in new furniture, so they just were getting rid of it. And it was a good couch. Took it.
All right.
But where was I going with it? I don't know what I was talking about.
You
Threw away a bunch
some
of stuff. Got rid of that. Got rid of the chair. Fucking, I didn't get rid of Calvin's chair. Should have gotten rid of that damn thing. Been in my
You should have.
basement for.
It's not mine.
Whose is it?
It's yours. I gave it
It's
to you.
not my chair.
You throw trash. I'm giving this to you.
I said, hey, do you want me to leave this here so you have some more chairs and stuff? And you're like, I guess. I don't know.
I don't remember accepting this. I need more evidence.
You may have
But,
been asleep. I don't know.
Yeah, right. You're staring at me
It was
while
one
I'm
of those
sleeping.
late night editing sessions.
So, but that was good. Got rid of some stuff. Cleared up some things. Had to pull. I told you guys about it, but there was a trash can. It's like one of those ones that it has a lid. It rolls on wheels, right? The big ones.
Sure. Yeah.
I had one of those that we had torn apart the apartment and did different things, and there's a bunch of just linoleum floor and all kinds of stuff in this, and it was at the bottom of my other driveway. It splits into two kind of thing. It's like I got a hill, and I was trying to pull it up that, and it was heavy. So I like tipped it over, and there's a bunch of water that poured out of it because the lid, there's no lid for it anymore, so it's just been raining on it.
Sure.
So I got as
Filling
much
up with
water as I
water
could, get rid of all
saturating
that.
the drywall.
Because like what,
and
every
linoleum.
gallon of water is like 8 pounds.
Sure.
So I'm like, gotta get rid of that. And finally got it to where it started moving. And once it started moving, like, okay, I gotta just take it up this hill because once I stop, it's gonna be harder to get it going again. But if I can keep the momentum going, it's gonna be easier. And Melanie was like trying to help push and stuff too. And it just, the hill goes and then gets steeper before it stops. And I'm like, once I got it to a point, I'm like, man, this is hard. I gotta stop and take a break, but I can't stop because I have nowhere to put this. It's just gonna go right
Yeah.
back down again. I have to just keep going, keep pulling. So I just kept pulling and stuff. Melanie was trying to push and help as much as she could. And that thing was just heavy. And we took it all the way up to the top of the hill finally. In my mind the whole time I was like, fucking, there's guys that pull trains and shit. Like, just pull this up this hill. I can do it.
I can do this trash can with wheels.
Yeah. Like, I'm just trying to pull. So got up to the top, and then we put it up by where our trash man comes and picks up trash, and I didn't know if he would take it because we already have our normal one with regular trash in it. Here's a whole nother one that we're just putting next to it. And I'm like, this might have all been in vain. Just going to sit here, have to figure out something else.
Yeah.
Luckily, on Monday it was still there. I'm like, oh no, but it was a holiday. So on
Right.
Tuesday he came and he picked it up. I'm like, oh, good. So that was gone.
I had one
I
of
was
those
so happy for that.
moments yesterday as well. So we've been getting rid of a bunch of stuff as well. And Maggie started remodeling the closet.
Mhm.
So she's taken out like part of the wall in order to do it. In our house, like, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but some sort of stone that the walls are made out of, and it's heavy as shit. So she has a bunch of debris, and she put it in a tote, right?
Okay.
And it's in our bedroom. She's working on it, and there's like sanding and stuff. So there's a bunch of dust. So she's like sealed it off with plastic and stuff. But like the door to get into it, it like opens like this, but it doesn't go all the way down to the ground. So you have to like step through it,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to take these totes, which if I were smart, I would empty them somewhat so they're much lighter and just make multiple trips. But I'm a man,
So you're not
So
smart.
you're not smart.
so I'm not. So I just pick up this. I don't know. It had to have been maybe like 90 pounds. I don't know. Heavy. And just trying to get through there while having it and like not tearing everything down around me because it's a very small window. I made it much harder than I needed to. But I did it. It felt good.
Good job.
You're a man.
You placed restrictions on yourself,
I did.
like Rock Lee.
I did.
That's how I
And-
feel when I carry in groceries. I'm getting them all in one trip, baby.
Yeah.
My fingers.
I don't want to
red.
make
Yeah.
more than one trip. Like,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
more work?
Yeah.
Me having to do this more than once.
I bought these things off Amazon that you put in the back of my car, and they're like hooks, like handle hooks. Like you have a place for a handle.
Oh,
There's
I
like a hook
needed
here and a
those.
hook here. You can like just put as many grocery bags as possible on them.
That'd be great.
It's like I'm lifting like 50 bags in each hand.
But you can only do that with one hand, right?
But like it's a good handle, you know?
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
great.
like, you hold it and you put all the bags on it.
Yeah.
You can't do it with this one.
Well, then you can put it down. And it kind of like they kind of like stay on it.
Oh,
Then
do
you can
they?
do the other one, and then you
Okay.
Can,
It doesn't say, like, once
fucking-
you get this one
yeah.
done, how do you stack this one up?
Well, you grab the
must
handle
be
and then you like
strong as a
hook it.
crossing.
Maybe,
That's what-
yeah,
that's
you
what goes
set
through
your-
my head.
Go around and like
Set all your
strength
bags
of
up.
a great typhoon.
You gotta set all your bags up so that you can just, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and, like, pick them up
Sure,
with it.
yeah.
And 1, 2, 3, got them. You
Yeah.
take off and you go.
But
I get that.
it was a mistake because the handle's broke on the tote.
Yeah, the tote may not
That
be
would
as strong
suck.
as what you are. You know, that's the thing.
Sure.
I was worried the trash can was gonna break because it felt like the bottom was like bulgy and stuff. And when we got it up there, I'm like, okay, good. That's the trash man's problem. Hopefully, though, when he picks this up and he puts it in here, the bottom doesn't break out, and then all the shit that's in it just goes wherever.
Yeah.
So I was worried. But yeah, got it.
Calvin, you had an adventurous week.
I
Yesterday.
did have a
Are there any pictures I need to show?
hell of a week. I think Aaron probably has more pictures than I do.
Send
Gosh.
them to me.
Send them
If you
to
put them in Google
him
Drive, that would be
as
best.
Calvin
Google Drive, not
begins to
Discord?
tell the
Yeah.
story.
So
I have to upload, Rick.
Oh, okay.
we
If
had
you do it, I'll upload.
torrential rain yesterday,
Torrent,
and
not the pirate kind.
the wave cave that runs underneath our building is actually quite a hefty stream called the Tiber Way.
Yep.
And it was very full of water. And during this storm, I was sitting right where I am now.
Very loud storm, I should say.
Very loud. Lots of water raining on the roof and cascading down the back of the building. And I'm sitting where I am now with my headphones on, doing work and stuff. And I hear something like a bird. Like a
Oh, I got you.
something like that. And
Yeah.
I'm like, man, it's weird. It's really raining outside. There
Mhm.
should be no birds making noise at this time. So I take my headphones off, look out the window, look around, and I was like, huh. Yeah, that bird's crazy. But good for him, I guess.
That bird's crazy.
And I think, like, wait a minute. That sounds like a distressed caw or bird call or something. Wonder what the problem is. And I was like, wait a minute. Cats also make that noise. There's a lot of cats behind the wave cave.
Mm-hmm.
So I crack the window. I look around, sticking my head out the window. I was like, no, I don't see anything. But it's really loud. Sounds urgent. So I run down the stairs, go outside, start
Yeah.
looking around in like the brush and stuff that's near the ledge. It's like a 10-foot drop to the torrential like flow of water. It's like 10 feet deep at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So just real
I-
quick, I'm sitting here working,
Yeah.
and Calvin gets up and is looking out there, and then goes downstairs, and I'm thinking that he's like checking the leak down there because there's been a leak to see if it's
Sure.
leaking. But he leaves without a word. Continue.
And I come I come outside and I'm like searching around and stuff. And I was like, I can't find where this is coming from. So I'm like, this is a terrified cat sound. It has to be. So I'm looking around, peeking over the edge and stuff. I can't see it. So I go underneath the wave cave in this like
It's not easy
dingy,
to get down there,
muddy,
yeah.
It is
like rocky cliff almost. It's like a 45-degree angle down with like a teeny tiny like concrete ledge straight down to the water. So I'm like slipping and sliding and like
legit,
trying to
if
get
I
down
was
there.
3 or 4 and looked down there, I would have thought like there's a monster that lives in there. I'm never going in there.
a troll.
A troll.
Yeah.
3
so
or
I
4.
get down to the edge and it's so loud. Like I can't believe a cat can make this loud of a noise. And I look down in like there's like this wad of brush, you know, like the trees and stuff that get clogged against the pylons of
Mhm.
a bridge. And there's this cat hanging on. This teeny little kitten. I can't believe how small it is and how much noise it's making. And I have to like stretch across over the water while hanging onto this little piece of rebar that's sticking out and like lean way down. And I grab this cat and I like have to toss it up to the ledge to keep it safe while I'm climbing back away
Mhm.
from this just hellish flood beneath me. I get it up there.
Flood
I
beneath
climb up out. And I'm carrying this tiny little thing. It's like this big and it's soaking wet.
It's so little. Yeah.
It's so little. It's terrified. It's shaking. And I run back up the stairs. And I wrap it in a towel. And I bring it up. I put it in a cardboard box. And Aaron and Rick are standing at the window, like wondering what I'm doing down there. Because you guys probably saw me run back inside, right? Or were you not looking at that point?
No, I don't
No?
even think I was there yet. I think I came out at one point and I was like, "Where's Calvin?" He goes, "I don't know. I think he went down to check a leak because we had like an SD card because we had just finished like Stargirl or something like that."
Sure.
And I'm like, "All right, well, we need to upload this. Where's he at? I hope he's done soon." And you were gone for a while.
Yeah. I came back up, a little kitten wrapped up in this blanket in this cardboard box, and I just showed it to him. I was like, I just saved this cat's life. This thing was dangling from a branch in the flood down there. And you're like, what are you going to do with it? I don't know. Wash it off, keep it warm.
It was shivering. It was freezing cold. It was soaking. So you warmed it up with some water, warmer water, and then
I rinsed it off with some warm water and dried it off in a towel.
Poor little guy.
I come up and dry it off, put the cardboard box down. Everybody's standing around looking at it. And then we're like, okay, well, I guess we have to start recording again. Make sure the footage is transferred and everything, uploading to editors.
Yeah.
And everybody goes back outside or back to the front of the building, and I hear something else. I hear the same sound again.
Yeah.
So Eric was still back here.
I was back here, and I
said, "Here, make sure take care of this." I hear another, and I just go down there.
I came back in, and Eric's just carrying like that box or the towel or whatever it was with the cat in it, and he looked at me, and goes, "Heard another one." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
So I run down there and I grab another cat. This one wasn't hanging on by a branch, but he was instead sitting right on the ledge.
There's so much rain out there, and I don't know, people have to understand, like, when that thing is going, it's like a fucking roaring river.
Yeah. So yeah, 2 kittens.
2 cats.
They're like 5-6 weeks old. There they are.
There's the other one. That looks like Dobby.
Yeah.
Ah!
It does look like Dobby.
Yeah.
I mean, it stopped raining and just threw him back out.
Nope. No, we still have them at home.
Get out of here, cat! You stink.
We fed them and made sure that they were clean and dry and warm and comfy and healthy and everything. And we considered releasing them again after the rain stopped and the water had receded, but they're so young. They're young enough. They're weaned, so they don't need their mother. But they're young enough to maybe not be able to find their way back to where they were and their other litter mates. So we held on to them for a little bit, and we took them over to my sister's house, and we convinced her to take one. And as we were walking up, my mom called, so I put her on speakerphone so she could witness Lessa being cuted into adopting a kitten or 2. And then my mom decided to adopt one of them as well. So, same day, we rescued these kittens' lives and we got them homes.
Yep. It's good.
So that's a good feeling.
And I took pictures. I took pictures for these people, for you. I don't want them. Now I can delete them off my phone. I started taking pictures, and people were like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "For a podcast, we're going to have to talk about it. I have to have pictures of cats."
I did get the slight feeling that Aaron and Rick did not give a shit about these cats.
No. Yeah.
What did you? When you came out at one point, you're like, "Yeah, Aaron saw him," and what did he say? He was like, "Feed him to a dog."
I didn't say that.
That was Rick.
That's what Calvin said. I was like, "God damn it, Aaron!
I did
He's
not.
just so tired of cats in his house."
I didn't. I said something that was less than that.
Yeah.
And then Rick said something like that, and then Calvin goes, "Aaron, jeez." And I was like, "Wait, did you not hear what he said?" He's like, "I was joking. Like, you were probably serious." I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't remember what I said.
I insisted he be called Luffy because he can't swim.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was like, I think you should call him Moses because you found him by the side of the river.
Well, you said you should call him Moses. I was like, why?
And then we had to spend a good half
And it's
hour
like,
why? And
explaining
I'm
to
like,
Aaron.
and Rick is like, Aaron, you should really read the Bible.
And then
why?
And then later on, whenever you brought in the other cat and stuff, and like you guys had them both, I'm like, didn't Moses have like a brother?
You were like, does Moses have a brother?
And Eric
I'm like,
looked at me and just went, "Yeah, Aaron."
Aaron.
I was like, why should I have known that?
What's your name?
How could I have known
It's
that?
biblical.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
So yeah, that was our yesterday.
That was 3:30. We got about a half hour before this starts, right?
We do.
The PlayStation.
Yeah. I had another thing, but it's actually a video.
Oh,
You
I'm
had
not
the
ready for this.
video.
Why not?
Because I'm not prepared.
Overlays.
I'm prepared for
Audios.
I have a very specific set of skills. Okay.
Skills that make him a nightmare for people like you.
All right, I can make it work.
Let me see if I can find
I
this.
just haven't. I
here.
didn't test your audio. Is the only thing.
No, I was gonna send it to you, Rick.
Well, while they're setting that up, we did react to the Matrix trailer. That'll be going up after podcast today.
Indeed.
For those that missed it, we did actually do kind of a reaction to the live-action Rick and Morty clips. You can find them, I think, in episode 9's discussion. We have a small reaction to those.
Yes.
I think that was in, or it was cut out, and many of you missed it.
Maybe. All right, I wanted to bring this up.
Are you sending on Discord, Aaron?
Yeah, I'll send the link on Discord. A lot of us are. I mean, how old are we now? In the 30s, right?
30s.
This one
I'm
I
in
think
my
is.
20s.
This might be just before my time, but I thought it was really cool. I saw this today. I heard it on the radio, and then I watched the video and stuff already. But
After your time or before your time?
this is just before my time. I'm just after this.
Okay.
I feel like this is they hit the 25th anniversary of Blue's Clues, and
Oh.
I don't know if any of you guys ever watched it. I know I watched it with my younger cousins because they were like really into it, and I was only, I don't know, I wasn't much older than them, so I would watch it with them while hanging out with the little cousins.
Oh,
And
I remember. I mean, granted, this aired for a while, but I only watched this, or I remember watching this with my nephew, who was a baby, pretty much.
Well, it hit 25th anniversary, and Nick Jr. put out a tweet that actually had the main character originally was Steve.
Sure.
And at one point he left and went to college in
Got on a
Blue's
bus.
Clues. And his brother came, like Joe, and took over and ran it instead. And I think like some of it was like he wanted to move on a little bit. I think there's also been talks of like he went through some drug things and stuff too, and some different things like that. Like he went up and down a few things, but he's
He's on a podcast, I think it's called The Moth, maybe, where he does like kind of like a little bit of a story about, hey, yeah, it's me, Steve, and everybody's like, oh, and he kind of talks about it. It's interesting.
Yeah. Well, on the 25th anniversary thing, Nick Jr. had a video they put out, and Steve is in it. And I watched it and stuff too, and honestly, even though like I only watched a little bit of it, some of the stuff he says was like a little emotional.
Yeah.
Like, and it was a really good video. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, or if some of the podcasts have seen it, or if they even know what Blue's Clues is, or if they ever watched Blue's Clues.
I watched Blue's Clues, I think, on PBS, just a couple episodes here and there, whenever like Teletubbies wasn't on.
Teletubbies.
I watched it with
I
my
hated
cousins
Teletubbies.
growing up.
Yeah. But it was a neat video. It's like 2 minutes long. I thought maybe if we could check it out and just kind of see what he says, because some of the stuff he says I thought was really kind of interesting. But I gave it to Rick. We should be able to watch it the same way we watch the other stuff, right?
Do I need to put it on?
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, he went to college. Actually, yeah, that was one. I remember hearing about him balding was one of the things as to why he was also leaving or something too. But afterwards, he went through a few things.
He's got that striped shirt on. Oh, I'm doing the crown.
Yeah.
That's what he draws with on the thinking chair.
Is everyone ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Here you go.
Hi. You got a second?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
remember
how
how
Blue's Clues?
when we
You're
were
right.
younger we used to run around and hang out with Blue and find clues and talk to Mr. Salt and freak out about the mail and do all the fun stuff. And then one day I was like, oh, hey, guess what? Big news. I'm leaving. This is my brother Joe. He's your new best friend. And then I got on
Joe
a bus
era
and I
was not
left.
as good.
And we didn't see each other for like a really long time. Can we just talk about that?
Sure.
Great. Because I realized that was kind of abrupt. I just kind of got up and went to college. And that was really challenging, by the way, but great because I got to use my mind and take a step at a time. And now I literally am doing many of the things
That
I wanted to do. And then look at you, and look at all you have done and all you have accomplished in all that time. And it's just so amazing, right? I mean, we started out with clues, and now it's what? Student loans, and jobs, and families, and some of it has been kind of hard. You know? I know you know. And I wanted to tell you that I really couldn't have done all of that without your help. And in fact, all the help that you helped me with when we were younger is still helping me today, right now. And that's super cool. I guess I just wanted to say that after all these years, I never forgot you. Ever. And I'm super glad we're still friends. Thanks for listening. You look great, by the way. Whatever it is you're doing, it's working.
It's a good little video. I like that.
No, I liked it too. I thought it was really interesting. I liked how it's like that's obviously geared towards the people who were there and watching it when they were younger, you know?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
Definitely.
I like the way he talks about like, you know, when we used to look and find clues, and now we're dealing with student loans, families, you know? Just like, some of it's hard,
Yeah.
but I'm using what we used before to help me.
When he was like, "Look at you and all you've accomplished," I was kind of like, "Oh shit, is he really talking to me now?" I don't know. I don't know if he'd be
Yeah.
impressed.
Yeah, but I like because like he does it in a similar way of what
Yeah.
they did in Blue's Clues, where like he'd be like, "Are you guys ready?" And then we're like, "Yeah, great, let's go." You know, he
Yeah.
always gave that pause to let you respond, and he
Yeah.
does it in that video. And then the things he said, and I just thought it was like really kind of cool, sweet. It wasn't promoting like new Blue's Clues episodes or anything,
Yeah.
and it was just bringing them back to talk to the kids that he, you know, kind of like entertained for
Yep.
however
Yeah, I
long,
mean,
you know.
I imagine like people younger than us watching that is like when I watched the Mr. Rogers acceptance
Mr.
speech.
Oh, with the
Yeah.
little boy
Yeah.
that was in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
And then the man in the wheelchair comes out and gives him the award. Oh, fuck. That's good.
Which just
I don't know that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just makes me cry every time.
Yeah. Just look up Mr. Rogers Lifetime Achievement Award.
Lifetime Achievement
And
Award.
they show a
Okay.
clip of this little boy that he interviewed when this boy was 7. And they, and then that boy comes out on the stage at the award show, and it's 20 years, 30 years later, and it's pretty emotional. Yeah.
No, I haven't even seen. I've been wanting to, but the what was it? Tom Hanks.
I want to be
yeah.
your neighbor.
Yeah.
Neighborhood or
I haven't
whatever it
seen
was.
that
Like,
yet.
I've been wanting to kind of see that biopic or whatever it is, but I haven't seen that yet either.
I haven't seen
but,
it either.
but no, just some of those things
Because I
like
know I'll
that.
cry.
Like
Yeah,
I know.
that's the thing. You got to be in the mood to cry to watch that.
sure, but seeing things where like that there where it's like, you know, Blue's Clues may have helped shape some kids back in the days, and now here it is 25 years later, and they're getting a connection with that same entity.
That same guy.
Yeah.
Person
Yeah.
and stuff.
I
And I was
like how
it's neat,
Steve,
bringing that back.
as kid-friendly as possible, talked about how that shaped him, too.
Sure.
And
yeah.
he went through some shit. And
Yeah.
he can look back on this, and he can interact with people that, like, hey, you were my big brother, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's what Mr. Roger was to a lot of people. It's like, you were my dad. You ever hear the story of the guy that stole a car, realized it was Fred Rogers, and took it back?
I've heard about that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my, this is Mr. Rogers. I can't steal Mr. Rogers'
Mhm.
car. Give it back to him.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. He wrote like an apology note, didn't he?
You did. If I knew it was you, I would never have done it.
So
Yep.
no, yeah. I saw that. I didn't know if you guys had seen it or anything, but I thought it was an interesting thing I heard on the radio, and they played a clip of it. I'm like, that sounds interesting, and I watched it. And my first time watching it, I was like, this is kind of sad. It's a little
Yeah.
heavy. It's sweet, a little light too. It's like it was really good. I really liked
Yeah.
it.
It's cool how he's talking with the pauses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Like that's one thing that like got me too. I'm like he's like, can we just talk about that? Great, you know, and like he's like responding to you. Like there's the spot where you say, yeah, sure, let's talk about
Yeah.
it.
I do have to say I kept waiting for like Blue to pop up in the back a little bit, or like actually see a clue, and I could be in my manly voice like, a clue, Steve,
clue."
look around, you know.
Could you
like I
imagine if
used
they
to
did
do.
like one like 25th anniversary, but it's not made for kids,
Yeah.
it's made for us,
For
and it's a
adults.
little bit more difficult maybe.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, is that a clue over there? Fucking clue, I see it.
fucking Steve, pay attention, damn
What's
it,
the answer? Come on, we gotta figure this out.
man, that guy can draw.
Or fucking, yeah, go in the painting, skidoo. Come on, Blue. You know, like just it would be fun to
Yeah.
have something like that, but.
No, I used to, when I would babysit my nephew, he had this like little toddler, lazy boy that could recline, you know, and he'd just be
Yeah.
in the middle of the living room, just screaming like a clue when he was like, he's like, you know, a year and a half old.
Oh yeah, I always love those too. And
Yeah.
I like the ones that tried to be interactive with the kids. To like the
Yeah.
idea is that we want you to interact. We want you to be
Sure.
like not just like mindlessly watching. We want you to like hopefully pay attention, learn something.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
would teach you about. They would go over vegetables and stuff, or they would talk about how like the galaxy, like the universe, spins around the sun, or you know whatever it was. And there was always like little bit of education amongst like a fun little clue game, you know?
Blue's Clues inspired some of my early hen hunts because I would make Blue's Clues for my cousins
Oh yeah.
and like have them in the house and like have things lead them to other things.
We legit reference the Skidoo song a lot.
Yeah, I do.
Every
Why?
mailbag.
Every mailbag, yeah.
Every mailbag.
Not every
Well, mailbag, we
but-
used to do it too, like mail time, it's
Sure.
the mail, it never, that one.
Sure, but no, I remember like it was like
Letters.
last week or something like that. We were like Blue Skidoo, like someone like started like singing it or humming it or something like that, and
Brrr. Yeah.
so. But yeah, so that was one of my things from the week that I was like, this is really cool. I want to share this when I was like, don't forget about it, don't forget about it. Like that was in my head.
You played Mario 64. I think that was kind of like the first iteration of Skidooing when you go into the paintings.
Maybe
True.
Yeah.
I was playing Psychonauts 2, and there was like a painting on the wall. I tried to jump into it.
Did you?
Did.
That's nice.
Was it like, was it just like reflex, or was it more of like, huh? You think? Or like,
Well, I was a little stuck. I
Oh.
wasn't sure where to go.
oh, I'm jumping into this.
Yeah, there was this big
Damn
giant
it.
painting.
That
It's
didn't
like,
work.
I've been trained for this.
It's worth a try.
Blanc.
If it would have worked, that'd have been some shit like, thank God I played Mario 64 these last few weeks
Yeah.
to know
It was
that
like a
painting
Easter
is-
You're
egg
like the
that you
first
didn't
to
know was there.
discover
Yeah.
a hidden Easter egg.
That'd be so funny.
You have to burn the paintings in that game.
Gotcha. Well, we're very close to the PlayStation event. Was there anything that you guys were kind of looking forward to when it came to this? I have nothing.
Oh, for going into that?
Legend of Dragoon 2.
Let me get my stuff switched over here. I mean, there's lots of things they could talk about, one of which could be God of War, which they got a hint before. Like, you've finished it now. Back before, it was during, like, E3 or when did you play God of War? How long ago was it? Was
Last
it during
Scream
E3
stream.
of, not this year, but last year,
It
maybe?
was last Scream stream.
Yeah, last.
Remember? I had to pause. I was real happy.
Yeah. But, yeah,
It was scary how happy I was.
all they've had before was just the title, I think, or, like, the logo. But
Yeah.
maybe they could show something more with that.
It said Ragnarok.
There have been rumors of like, I don't know about a new Grand Theft Auto, but there's been rumors of like a remastered Grand Theft Auto of like Vice City and San
Yeah.
Andreas and stuff like
okay.
that. So
Right.
like,
PS2 trilogy.
yeah, I think so. Like maybe they do something with those to show some of that.
Oh, Shadow Hearts remake. Oh, that'd be the best.
Shadow
Saw-
Hearts.
Comic the other day, and it was a time traveler coming from the future. And he's like, what year am I in? He goes by a game shop, and it says, like, Grand Theft Auto 5, releasing now. And he's like, what year is it?
That's the thing, right? Like Grand Theft Auto 5 and Skyrim. Like it could
It's
be
Skyrim, exactly.
Where am I? Because it's not the same. Like if you went back and you're like Mario 64, you know, like oh okay, fucking.
Mhm.
At least I know I'm in the 90s, you know, like
Yeah.
this just came out like 96. But
Sad,
yeah,
sad to hear that one of the developers that was responsible for the Leviathan axe in God of War PS4 passed away within the last like week or two.
really,
Yeah.
it's too bad.
Sad.
But yeah, as far as other things for PlayStation, I don't
You
know.
said it's Sony or it's PlayStation?
It's PlayStation.
PlayStation,
Showcase.
okay.
I don't know. They might have more for Horizon.
Horizon, okay.
New Gran Turismo probably,
possibly
that.
too.
because that's been a long time coming.
So there's lots of things that they could have kind of maybe popping up, but there's also no. I don't think they have a list of like here's all the things. The only thing they said was that it should be roughly about 40 minutes long.
Yep.
Which fits in pretty well with our podcast because usually we go till about 5. So
Mhm.
if they start here at 4 o'clock, and then we should get a little bit of time to kind of talk and discuss about a few things that we saw before
Mhm.
moving on. So
Think they'll have any Spider-Man stuff?
maybe I don't know.
I don't know what would come out for it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I wasn't expecting them to have the Miles thing as soon as they did, but they were doing it more like a DLC.
Yeah.
In a way, it was the same
Sure.
city and stuff. You
Mhm.
know, mechanic wise was pretty much the same. Combat stuff was a little different. A few more Milesy powers rather than just straight up like being just a here you're just Peter Parker, but you got a different suit. You know.
Sure.
Sure.
So they did add a few things with that, but maybe we could. I wouldn't be against more Spider-Man gameplay stuff.
Mhm.
I love that game. How long's it been since the first one came out? When did that come out?
2017? Is that right?
That long?
2018?
I would've-
17 or
I
18?
would have guessed
If it's
19,
It was
19,
November, wasn't it?
then fuck me.
September of 2018.
Ha!
18.
So it's been out for a little while. You know, like maybe there could be something that they were working on. It was the same year as God of War,
Mm.
which I haven't played that either. I didn't. Well, I played a little bit. I didn't get very far into it. I also played a little bit of Horizon Zero Dawn,
Yeah.
but not very much of it. I didn't get very far into it either. It's just like once you get to the point where like things open up.
Yep.
Like I also played Days Gone a little bit. I didn't get very far into that.
Oh yeah.
There's like
I
all these
streamed
kind
it
of
some.
like open-y, because God of War isn't. I don't know. I didn't get much further than where I got with like. I got to a point where it's very linear. It felt like, and then I got to a point where it felt like well, fuck, which way do I go now?
Oh yeah, it
Sure.
opens.
And then I just stopped and I didn't play anymore. So I don't feel like I got that far into it.
I still think I have one of the most unique God of War experiences of anybody's ever played the game.
Really?
I started playing the game on the first stream. I'm like, okay. So I started with PS4 God of War. I'm like, okay, I kind of get the idea of something that's going on. Played about 3 hours. And then that week, waiting for the next stream, I played God of War 1. And then I played another stream of God of War 4. And then I played God of War 2. And it was like I was watching Arrow in the first 5 seasons, where you would see year 1 of Oliver on the island in flashbacks, and then year 1 of Oliver back in Star City, and then year 2, and in year 2, you know? So it really felt like that for me.
Did you
Felt
have
very
coincidental,
interesting. And
like,
there was
lineups of anything?
Definitely.
Like, when like
absolutely.
fucking this, I just saw this
Yeah.
in this thing,
Mhm.
and this is showing up right now. 'Cause that's always
Yeah.
fun to do. I feel like I had something I was playing or watching or doing. I don't know what it was, but like I would have those kind of moments like, fucking man, if I wouldn't been watching or playing this
Yeah.
right now, I might not think about this part
Mhm.
right here. But look at this.
It's like you were playing it if it was edited together by Quentin Tarantino.
A little bit. A little bit. But no, there was definitely moments like that where I'm like, oh my God, I just kind of got to this part. Or it kind of worked itself out, especially because of Scream Stream with pausing. But I got to like also sit on a couple things. So there's one very specific moment in God of War when you return home that I don't think I would have had that feeling if I hadn't at least sat on the first game at least for a little bit, and it was very rewarding. But what also happens in that scene I don't think would be as good if I hadn't played the third game, you know? So
Sure.
I was able to just kind of, I don't know, have a really unique experience and experience Kratos' life in like almost like a circle.
That's cool. Someone had a point too, saying about like we had like a unique experience with us watching through Rebels with Rick and Calvin.
Yeah.
But also Bad Batch, we were watching
Mhm.
live, and there was a interesting way of like how things just kind of fell while we were watching.
Sure.
Yeah,
Which is really
that
cool.
actually went up on the Rebels episode went up today, I think, on YouTube. So yeah, with the
It didn't work as
Ryloth-
well with the release, but
Yeah.
as far as like when we were watching them, we're
Sure.
like, damn, this is great timing.
Yeah.
I think some of it's also been My Hero for me, where I've been
Mhm.
watching through My Hero.
Yeah.
And then like, oh fuck, this here that they're talking about in this live season right now, I can relate to this. But then
Sure.
also it was just so coincidental that Rob sent that it's been 2 years trying to get this damn statue to these guys.
Sure.
And we got it, and that night I was watching that episode too. I was like, oh, this is so cool.
Now, I guess before we start too, what is something that anyone that's playing should avoid? If it like pops up on screen, we gotta tell them, don't look, because I know, Aaron, you just finished Last of Us. There was talk of possibly some type of like Last of Us 2 director's cut or something, and if that pops up, you gotta look away. I don't want you to see any of that, you know? Much
Sure.
like when I had to do the God of War when I was playing God of
Sure.
War.
Yeah, I could do that. I
You know?
remember, like, actually, after finishing Last of Us, someone was talking about stuff because they were saying I was in one a long time ago, back during an E3 one,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I
would-
remember,
me too.
I remember like one or two things about the trailer. That's all I remember. I mentioned them in podcast or on the stream, so but I can avoid whatever else is coming out. Part of me, if they show Horizon, I kind of don't want to see because I also want to
Gotcha.
like I want to play the first game, but I don't know. Other than that, I don't necessarily have anything on my list where I'm like, oh, I should avoid this right now.
Nothing comes to mind. But I'll know when I see it.
You know when you
Then
see
I
it.
won't see it.
So we will. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it really just depends on what they show, and then be like, I shouldn't watch this. 'Cause that's
Okay.
what happened. They were like, oh, this is God of War. Eric, look away.
Yeah.
Eric, look away.
Yeah. So I can't really think of anything else where, like, you know, if they're gonna show a God of War thing now, I feel perfectly fine because I'm all caught up. I've you know, I can only imagine it's probably Last of Us is what we need to
Sure.
watch out for.
Yeah.
Well, who have like? Should any of us? None of us have played Last of Us 2 except for you, right?
I have, yes.
Yeah. I think you're
So
the
none
one,
of you
right?
guys have?
I have.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sorry. Did you see? There's a clip of Kevin Hart, and he's interviewing Don Cheadle. And Don Cheadle's talking, and he's like, yeah, I'm, what do you say? Like, I'm 60, 50, 54, or 62. I don't know how old he is, but he said his name, and Kevin Hart goes, damn! And he goes, yeah, thanks. He's like, I'm sorry. It was just like a thing he had. But he said his age, and he goes, damn! It made me laugh so bad, so bad.
Could be a compliment too. Like,
could
dang,
be.
I couldn't believe that you were that old. You look great.
Sure.
You know,
Could be.
that's not how Kevin Hart intended it. Kittens.
No, just they can't see that.
Oh,
You're
they
just
can't
yelling
see
out
that.
kittens for no reason, Calvin.
Kittens!
Good things to yell out.
I'm going to go grab a water before we start. I
All
did
right.
not, and my voice is scratchy.
Yeah, we should be going live here with that here in like 7 minutes or so.
I need a water.
You'll probably have a time.
No,
I got
I'm
my
good.
water and my monster
Yes.
and my breakfast salsa.
Let me read some questions real quick. Try to get caught up on those.
Loose kid do.
Uh,
Can't do.
Mohammed, what's your favorite game series?
Man,
Maybe Metal Gear. Overall,
yeah, I don't know.
it's tough though.
I like Kingdom Hearts a lot. I like Metal Gear Solid a lot. I also like Pokemon a lot, but I would say probably as far as like as a culmination of everything, like I spent probably more time playing Pokemon games than I have Metal Gear Solid.
Sure.
But as a combination of like story and gameplay and everything, like I felt like probably Metal Gear Solid, I enjoyed that as a whole more. But I don't spend as much time playing that consistently,
Yeah. I feel like other series I have to take games out of. Because, like, I really like Devil May Cry. But I don't like Devil May Cry 2
Gotcha.
kind of thing.
Sure. So like as a franchise, like
Probably.
you might like Silent Hill, but it's like I like Silent Hill, but I don't like Silent Hill, 3 or something,
Sure.
whatever it is.
It's probably like the Halo franchise for me. It's pretty formative in my gaming experience.
Solid choice.
It's got cool lore and great action.
Eric, favorite video game series?
Right now, it's Mass Effect. But seriously, though, it's Legend of Zelda. I'm a huge Zelda fan, but man, Mass Effect 2 beginning that I did on stream last night was so fucking good. Seriously, like, the game has consistently had, like, it's now made in, like, my top 15 or 10 video game moments of all time.
Every stream, it goes up a slot.
It's pretty good. But, yeah, there's over, like, 1,000 people watching last night. A lot of people were excited. And I just have to give it up to our mod team for dealing with that last night. So,
Thoughts on Sonic Colors Ultimate? I want to play it. I liked. I didn't beat Sonic Colors, but I did play it a little back in the day. I liked what I played.
I don't really have too much to say on that one. I don't think I played it before, and I haven't played the new one.
I've been watching a YouTuber, a speedrunner. I think his name is ZFG, doing a completely randomized run of Ocarina of Time, Zelda
Sure.
Ocarina of Time.
Mhm.
Like, every item is completely randomized on any chest throughout the world, right?
Yeah.
So there's 100 gold spider tokens you got to get. Most of the things you're going to get are just spider tokens now, So you have to go hunt for the objects, and then you can't, with Ocarina of Time, you can't progress unless you have specific objects. And
Sure.
the game is designed to give you them in this order, but that's not the case. Also, randomized is every door.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah, so you randomly start somewhere in the game, and then you have to just keep going indoors. And the doors are randomized. Not every time, like, they're consistent, like in that seed. But let's say you are in Castletown and you take a door into a bazaar, into like a shop, and then that takes you to Kakariko Village, and then okay, well, I'm gonna go into a house in Kakariko Village. Now you're on Death Mountain, and you have to try to remember where everything is. It's chaos, but like, and most of the time you can't finish. You just
Sure.
can't do it. But it's really fascinating. The only reason I started watching it is someone went in the comment, like the first comment was like, "I was here live. It was amazing. Everybody watched this." And it's 9 hours long. It took them 9 hours to do it. A speedrunner to beat that game. And I've watched, like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes a night, like, as I'm falling asleep. So I'm only like halfway through, but it's a lot of fun. And I just can't believe the the skill this guy has is insane.
You gonna do a randomizer now of Zelda?
I don't think I can do it. I don't know if I could do just regular.
I mean,
I haven't played it for 15 years.
I think it'd be fun to do.
Can't
a
even play it on the Switch.
Like we did a randomizer of Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun to do randomizers of other types of games. It's just I don't know what games are good for us to do. Like Pokemon's a hard one already because like not all of us necessarily have the same skill level of Pokemon or experience with it.
yeah.
Zelda, like if it's Ocarina of Time, Calvin and Rick haven't played it, you know?
Yeah, but it might be just as easy for me not having played it and it being randomized than not having played it and it being normal.
Maybe, but the one thing is like when you get to a point, you're like, man, like Zelda has puzzles already. So like when you're
Sure.
trying to solve the puzzle, like, oh, I need to use this item probably for it. But when you don't have that item, when you should have the item, you don't know to have that item. You know? So I think it might be harder.
Maybe
in
I've
that
been
sense.
playing randomizers all this time because I'll just open a door and be like, "Where the fuck am I?"
Yeah,
That's just
Rick,
you,
that's
buddy.
life.
Damn it!
That's life.
I'm just living a randomizer.
You are. You just open it. You just open your door outside. You're outside your house. You're like, where the fuck did I go? I was going to the bathroom. Like, Maggie, did you move these doors again?
We got about 3 minutes.
3 minutes of
Should we stick
playtime.
around?
I want to say, Lewick
Yeah.
said, like Aaron's legendary Pokemon cheating encounters.
Yeah, that was.
I want to say, after we finished that, people took all of our seeds.
They did.
Because they were available for whoever, if they want to try them out.
Mhm.
They went in and they're like, holy shit, Aaron just got lucky with finding these. I found like all these legendaries in fucking Calvin's game, all these ones in Rick's game.
Legendaries at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I just lucked out with encountering them
You
more
did.
frequently than everyone else, but they
Yeah.
were still in those areas that anyone could have had them. So
That was a lot of fun. Can we do that again soon?
I'd like to.
Let's
Like,
do that
I
after
think,
Scream
I think it'd
Stream.
be to go into like Gen 2, right? Since we did Gen 1, play a Gen 2
Yeah.
game, go through that or something like
Yeah.
that.
I only get to do it again if you let me do another tier list before then.
A tier list of what?
Anything, I don't care.
Anything. Okay. So we had to do a tier list on podcast.
Yep.
And then we do.
I want to let me know that I never want to do a tier list, and I still get shit from people being like, "Oh, so on your tier list you said this." I'm like, ah.
Well, maybe we'll start working on an idea for like a Pokemon Randomizer 2.
Yeah,
I'll only do it if we don't do a tier list before then.
God damn it.
I gotta pick one.
All right. How about this? We won't do it before. We'll do it during the randomizer. Like during episode like 3,
No.
podcast adjacent, we'll do the tier list.
No.
No.
All right, we should be coming up soon. Soonish. I got to get ready. I don't need this. What the fuck am I doing?
All right. I wonder if it'll start in 1 minute or if the countdown starts in 1 minute.
I don't know.
I imagine the countdown, but it's really hard to tell.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see.
So there's no countdown
see.
now, so
But it does say like starting at X. So who knows? I don't
Well,
hear anything
there's-
yet. Hopefully there's nothing to hear.
Oh man, because this is a YouTube stream, right?
The one we're watching is.
It is? Okay. I can't hear shit. Maybe
It's-
turn my shit all the way down.
Is it muted?
No.
Is the music playing now?
It's
No, I
'cause
couldn't
his
hear you
headphones were
guys.
so loud.
Oh.
I don't think there is sound
No,
yet.
but because it's a YouTube thing, if we go into chat, we'll be special because we have a little verified check now.
oh, cool.
Yeah. Let's see if we can make herself Rick into. No, I don't want to do that. That thing goes a mile a minute.
It does.
I'm
No,
sorry,
you'd never
100
see
miles
it.
a minute.
Do a tier list of the reasons you don't like tier lists.
I could do that. Rank those reasons. Do that.
It'd be pretty alright. There's supposed to be sound? Alright. Well, let's see what's going on.
Well, Rick, I don't hear shit.
Neither do I.
Oh, hey.
Fixed.
Good job.
What did you unmute up there?
Bam!
Chrome.
Just muted all of Chrome. Doing all the Pokemon tier list. How long would that take us to go through all?
I
Shit,
mean,
how
not
many are there?
long, because 20% of them might be like, don't know.
I don't think we would finish before the next gen comes out.
What? Yeah, we would. There's only 898. And some of those guys, you and Calvin are going to have nothing to say about. You know what I mean?
There's
yeah, but
probably
the shows
about
also work like that, and it took us 3 streams?
there's about like 850 of those that I have nothing to say about.
I think there would be less time spent per maybe though.
Ooh,
But I think
Zelda
there would be
tier list. I could do that. Okay, we're starting. We ready, everybody?
Hey,
We
RPG.
ready? PS5 system.
Well, they're showing gameplay, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Mature content. We'll see. Maybe.
That could be a lot of things, Eric. Might not be.
It's gotta work. No, okay, it's not. I'm sorry.
Calm.
Could be.
Could be Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
What?
That could be.
Chess.
What?
I don't think it's
For the
Spider-Man.
PS5.
I was gonna say maybe that guy could be Kingpin.
It could be. Yeah.
They went a different way.
Wait, did you see?
That's
Did you see the
Giant
painting?
chess set.
Did you see the painting in the background?
And it's
Yeah.
Kratos.
It looked like Kratos and boy.
I saw. Boy.
Yeah.
Hey, Uncharted. Okay.
Yeah, this is just a
Okay,
PlayStation.
gotcha.
There's no gameplay here.
I was gonna say this is captured on the PS5.
Pac-Man Boo or Ghosts.
Oh, I did not think it was Spider-Man. I was just agreeing with Calvin because he said it. Like, yep, this is probably it.
I mean,
Are those CG people, Rick?
Some of them are, yeah.
hey y'all, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I don't know, but there's a candy bar back there, Eric. Did you see that?
Break in case of emergency.
The big chess set.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Dude, it's like, yeah, big Jenga.
Mm-hmm.
Giant Jenga.
Yeah.
Hello.
The queen was bait.
I don't know what this is.
And why it's so long.
The queen has been captured. I'm starting to understand a little bit of what they're going for, but I still don't know what it is.
Are you, Aaron? Are you?
Yeah.
Everybody sits down around the table like, all right, so how are we going to start the PlayStation Showcase? All right, Street War.
Oh, the pawn's here to kill the
Kings.
king. Checkmate.
Oh, that was
Like, I don't.
Aloy.
Where is anybody over 50 in this city?
Play has no limits.
Apparently, it has an age limit.
Okay.
That was du-
interesting.
That was Dum Dum.
It was interesting.
Why?
I thought it was Dum Dum.
You're a dumb.
You're Dum Dum. All right, hey, I like this.
I'm Jim Ryan, President and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, and welcome to the PlayStation Showcase. At PlayStation, we believe in pushing boundaries and setting the benchmark for creativity and excellence in entertainment. We always love the opportunity to speak directly with our community. The new technology in PS5
red.
enables development teams to build more exciting,
Nice.
immersive, and
We got our
compelling
breather.
worlds, showcasing their creative vision as storytellers. We've never been more grateful for the PlayStation community. So thank you for allowing us time to share some significant updates and brand new content. So without further ado, let's look at some new and amazing games.
Yep.
New. So no GTA 5. Right?
Unless it's DLC
Wait.
Let's see.
with new game modes.
I mean, wait.
Ah!
Ooh.
What is this?
Fire.
Eric.
A new Monkey Island.
This is a lie.
That's a Sith code.
Sith believe.
That's a Sith code.
Eric, who's
What's
talking?
happening?
They promise power. Now they wield it.
A mobile game.
We face the
Shut up,
greatest
Rick. Shut up,
Sith
Rick.
in generations.
Revan!
They must be stopped.
What is that?
Is this Knights of the Republic?
What?
Remake! Holy shit!
Eric, you're so excited.
Dude.
Oh,
Remade for PS5, man. Dude, that's not what I was ready for. I was not ready for that.
They peaked early.
Stop the showcase. We're done.
Damn. What does that mean? We have so much to talk about with that. Just that. We have to talk about that later.
Oh my god.
There's so much to talk about just for that.
Oh fuck, man.
I'm so excited for that.
I'm so happy.
That's gonna be so fun.
We'll play that one together.
Thank God we watched this. Thank God we watched it live. I'm sorry.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at this butt, Eric. Concentrate.
Huh?
Look at the butt.
I don't care. Did you see his mask?
No, we have to talk about it later.
Okay.
We're on to something else. Shift up Second Eve Studio. Dude, this seems kind of Dead Spacey.
It's like a mix. Ooh. I'm getting like a, I don't know, Ghost in the Shell?
Like, how is she outside in space? Maybe she's dead.
Or maybe she's not human.
Ugh.
Maybe she's
It's got eyes on its eyes.
Oh, God.
That's
kinda
like a
not
Bayonetta
good
creature.
thing.
That's
I wonder
not
if
the
this is-
Star Forge.
What the hell?
계신 어머니시여, 저희는 지구를 지키지 못했습니다. 적들을 물리치고 인류를 구원하려는 신성한 의무를 다하지 못하였습니다. 하지만 이제 저희가 다시 내려와 남은 목숨 끝까지 바쳐 싸울 것을 맹세하오니
A lot of it looks like Final Fantasy
저희의
VII
죄를
Remake.
사하여주시고 저희를 거두어 주시고 저희를
Whoa.
유혹에 빠지지 않게 하소서. 지하 시설, 방공호 같은 건가?
여긴 지하철역이야. 사람들을 태우고 거미줄처럼 도시를 누비던 교통수단이지. 뭐 다 지난 얘기지만 말이야.
Good. Good job.
잠깐
She does have quite a nice
네이티브가 시체에
form.
기생하고 있다니.
sword form.
Dude, that thing
Flaming
is...
barrel.
그날 이후 지성의 도시.
I thought she was gonna grab it with her hair.
잘나신 분들은 우주로 달아나고 나가는 놈들은 이곳에 버려졌지.
Is she cutting off legs?
Yeah. She's like cutting off their weapon arms and then like stabbing them with
아직
them.
기다리고 있는 거야.
이브 조심해. 전방에서 뭔가가.
Whoa.
곧 무너지겠어.
Dude, this could be kind of Dark Souls-y even.
All these creatures have like Dyson hair blades on their heads.
Oh, it's a chainsaw on his face!
That's
Whoa.
a big ass stuff.
뭐 살살 가고 놀았지.
Man, that gross.
So slimy.
Oh,
QTEs.
jeez, what the hell?
That's pretty fucking cool.
This game looks crazy.
Yeah, it does look crazy.
I'm not saying it looks bad or good, it just looks crazy.
I mean, it's like a JRPG, right? Just crazy level.
Look at this guy's head!
Cut the other side.
Like, he has a head, like, but that's on his head. It's like his neck collar. Project
Eve.
Eve. The barcode.
당신이 왜 이곳에?
설마. 이브, 저건 알파 네이티브야.
Like in a Stranding suit.
Almost, yeah.
Project Eve.
Gearbox.
Oh, yeah, isn't this the...
The fantasy
Yep.
Borderlands.
Dragon Lord has returned.
Fools! Your party of heroes can't stop me.
Who's ready to rickety roleplay? Spoiler? It's you, baby.
Is you, baby. I like the music. that mushroom.
Oh, it's baby metal? Is that,
Metal and magic.
this is that chocolate song.
I
Lots
played
of guns.
3 on and off since they came out.
Whoa. Don't litter,
Look at their
y'all.
heads.
You may be asking,
They're chibi.
Tina, why are there guns in a fantasy world? And I am just so glad you asked because shut up your face and get shooting!
Join a party.
Shoot. Nom nom.
Nom nom. Yeah.
Shoot and loot.
The bar.
Nice. Very nice.
Perfect.
The baby metal song does fit quite well.
Does.
Yeah.
Oh, that was like a Thor.
Yeah.
You ready, newbie?
Time for character sheets, baby!
Time for character sheets.
Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
All right, trailer over. No end credit scene here. This ain't no super duper hero movie.
I'll let you in on a secret, but I'm a pretty big deal. Real big deal. We are getting out of the city, Homer. I promise we'll go somewhere that loves cats.
His name is Homer.
Apparently.
We
I
had
had
a
a
cat named Homer.
I had a dog
More
named Homer.
fights. Clean
He was a
air,
beagle.
bright skies.
Whoa. What the hell was that? Is it a jumper?
Nightcrawler.
Is the cat with her?
Cat's a person now.
What if it's a 2-player game? You get one person plays as a cat. What's on her wrist?
10 rings.
Holland
Holland Tunnel.
Tunnel. They remind me of the Shang-Chi rings that were in the trailer.
Wait, stop! Stop! Whoa.
I
don't see the cat, Aaron.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh,
Big expanse.
jeez. New Terra.
Yeah, right?
Who's there?
And technically not Earth. Well, not what you would call Earth, anyway.
I swear to God,
Is that
asshole,
the
show
cat?
yourself.
Show myself. I've shown.
Where are you?
Right here, at the end of your arm.
Huh?
Oh, hello.
The bracelet.
Yes.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I'm somewhere that's not what I would call Earth. I'm seeing a freaking dragon.
Oh!
And, oh yeah, I'm talking to a cop.
Whoa, that was cool.
Did I just do that?
We did.
I
That was
just moved it with my freaking mind!
Life in another world, Rick.
Indeed.
This is kind of,
Dude, that was Attack on Titan right there.
Yeah, it was.
kind of infamous.
Oh, that's too far. Good to know there's a line.
Sweet.
Our land suffers. You are the only hope we have. You're special.
You're always planning on facing off with Sylar. Tanta Sylar is the strongest and most formidable of all
Hey,
the
that's the
Hunters.
girl that was the beer lady in Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
You're doing our
Look
land
just
a
like
great
her.
service by killing her.
This is me. Alright, that looks fucking sweet.
Forspoken.
Forspoken.
That looks really cool.
Frey.
Fred?
No name
Move your
for a
head.
demon. I am the one
dead.
you seek. The one and only Tanta Sylar.
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. They hit the dodge button. I am intrigued.
Likewise.
For decades, Team Rainbow has been the shield
against the worst
Rainbow.
global threats
Mhm.
imaginable.
This is that 3-player co-op one.
Yeah.
Hostile
This is the
nations.
This is the one where I'm like, wait, what happened to
Biological
Rainbow
weapons.
6?
The threat of nuclear war.
There's a lot of shit going on now.
Got serious.
But now,
Shit
we
just
face
got real.
the greatest terror our world has ever known.
Extraction.
Did like what I saw of this.
Yeah, I did too.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch.
Gotta go stick that barrel up his butt.
Oh, cool.
Seeing through the walls is cool. Ah,
Like pulse
Lord
technology.
Tachanka.
Tomorrow,
Lord Chanka.
we will move as one. We will think as one.
Team React.
We will do whatever it takes. As one.
Scary noise.
It's a boomer.
Together, we enter the unknown. Together, we fight for our future. And no one will be left behind.
Hey, friendo.
I like the idea of having to go through and save like people that have been lost too,
And,
like operators and stuff.
yeah, getting them as playable characters or something.
Yeah, and you can also lose them too.
Yeah.
January. Ah.
Be here
I'll be
before we
playing-
know it.
I'll be playing
Yeah.
Arceus.
But
Well,
not
you
on
could-
Fridays.
I was gonna say, yeah, could do it during a group stream, or
Sure.
like I could stream it and then you could play it with me. I don't know.
Sure. We do that too.
Then you'd be working later.
Remedy.
It's
Is this-
coming for me.
Alan, wake.
Whatever you do, don't go out in the dark.
Sounds like it.
In the light.
Looks like it.
Right Falls, I think it is.
Is this a remake?
Might be.
One on the ferry. Famous artist, no less.
Alice? Alice?
Yeah.
Cool.
Where's Alice? She's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wick.
Yeah, this
Last
feels
night
like
I
a
woke
first
up to
the
a
first one.
nightmare.
Yep.
I was missing a week. What had happened to me? I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it.
Is that
With
Nolan
it, I
North?
could save myself. I could save Alice.
It's Alan Wake, Eric.
Oh.
Carl Stucky. To meet you.
I don't remember some of this in the first one, so it might not be just a straight first one. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played it.
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer.
There was DLC
Huh.
as well.
Remastered. That might be too. But there's lots of things in that made it look like the first one. But then there's a part that I'm like, I don't remember that. But maybe it's just been a long time.
Uh-oh.
This looks like GTA 5. Yep. Okay.
Wow.
New games.
Can you believe it, everybody?
Welcome back. It's
Improved
improved.
graphics.
Maybe I'll actually play the game.
I know, me too.
On console rather than
Like, well,
PC.
which console does it need to come out on that I'll actually finally play it?
I mean, I've
Right?
started it. I've just never finished it.
Yeah.
I like some of the stuff they do and the character switching and whatnot.
I would like to play it because
I want to do the
one of
heist.
the characters is also from The Walking Dead, and I liked his performance in that. There we go.
I think we're gonna literally make out like bandits on it.
Gonna play it in first person, Aaron?
No.
I played it when it came out. I really enjoyed it, and that was 10 years ago. Though I have been watching people RP. That's been fun.
Yeah. RP
March.
community is definitely keeping this game alive.
Mm-hmm. Tito.
Huh.
That looked like
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah. No,
Um,
never mind.
Some big
we-
ass scissors.
Didn't we see them on this one before?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn, what was it called? But yeah. It looked interesting then too.
What's that?
Agents.
Tokyo Ghost Fire.
There remains work yet undone. Critical work.
The hell?
Always decry the truth. When forced to face it. Still your fear. I will be her salvation.
Mari!
Oh.
The time is nigh. The world rests on the precipice of transformation.
Face off.
A new age will dawn.
Okay. Ghostwire, Tokyo.
Makes me think of like a Doctor Strange game.
A little bit, yeah.
And
I
you
wonder if it would
fight
be
like you
good
fight
for
a
like
wardrobe.
I wonder if it'd be good for like a Scream stream.
Yeah.
Like there's some things there that look kind of creepy. I don't know how it plays. Could it be? Like what else would it? What else would it be? Unless they're working with someone else and it's a joint.
It's the Guardians.
Oh,
Guardians.
this is the Guardians. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know what you would
Still
think.
good.
Well, I keep thinking that they said new games. I'm expecting to see
Yeah.
things I haven't seen.
The matriarch wishes to share it with you.
At least it's in GTA 5.
United in the light of belief, all suffering, all grief will end. Oh! Ah! Ah! What's wrong with you?
Oh, I think I'm having a heart attack.
Cease this at once.
Jesus, I mean.
Cosmo, how you doing, buddy?
Cosmo.
Leader of the Church of Truths.
During that ritual with the priest, they kept talking about a promise.
It was like they were drinking funky juice or something.
Or joined the cult.
So let us investigate for you.
Always catch, Peter Quill. And not fun kind with balls.
Hey, hold mine. Long time no see.
The current probability of defeating
The Universal Church of Truth is
0.3%.
Is that bad? It sounds bad.
It is.
It is.
One hell of a speech plan, Peter.
That makes two of us.
Oh, you get to fly?
Gosh. Like Star Fox.
It's like a Power Rangers song.
Kinda, yeah.
That must be why I love it.
Go green rain. What the?
Reminds me of Ruby too.
What's that purple llama?
Purple llama.
And you must
Red
be
pajama.
destroyed.
It's cool seeing new stuff though.
Yeah.
That was completely intentional. The Milano's on her way.
Maybe.
Thanks, bud.
October. That's not that far off.
It isn't at all.
I hope it does better than the other Marvel game because the Avengers game didn't do too well.
Nope.
Damn, what's it called?
Vampire Masquerade.
right?
Yeah, the Eagle Vision.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, I think you might be right. Siren or Muse? Whoa. Sword. Oh, you can deflect it. Yes.
Sweet.
That's cool.
Huh.
Nosferatu. Prowler Saboteur. What is this?
That says Blood Hunt.
Yeah, I think
Vampire
we saw
Rain,
a,
Aaron.
Raja.
I think we saw a animated like short film or something.
Blood Hunt.
It is Vampire the Masquerade.
Vampire the Masquerade, yeah.
The biggest monster of them all. Man.
I like World of Darkness.
Welcome to the Eon program.
Is this Deathloop?
Picture your perfect you.
Oh no.
Does this game not come out yet?
It must not have. If this is in the new game section.
Not just freedom, we offer eternity.
Shut up.
Your esteemed visionaries believe the only thing missing from Black Reach is you.
I feel like I grew up with this game.
It's been a while.
8 geniuses who painted up a prison
What we got
and
here?
named it Freedom.
Sounds a little different-ish,
Locked
but
us all in one repeating day. Their eternity. An endless party that you can never leave.
I am a storm rolling. Round and round we shall go.
Place is supposed to be unforgettable. A bunch of spaced out science nerds, brainwashed cultists flinging bombs, whatever these guys are doing, all spewing Eon's bullshit. So how come I don't remember shit? This Party Island hangover is none my thing. My thing is answers. Who are these people? What do they want with me? And why is she always one step ahead? Come on, Colt. You gotta put this together. Somebody built this place. Somebody's sending me these messages from the future, the past, whenever. And some jackass wrecked every plane out here. Is this a contest for them? Some type of experiment? How does this time loop work? Does anybody remember? Why is everyone wearing a mask? What
Why
so
is
many
everyone
questions.
wearing a mask? That was funny.
Colt, I want you to remember. I want you to remember why you came here.
Huh. Is that? Damn, I look good.
Well, this certainly is different from what we've seen before, I feel like.
Sure.
True.
Idiot.
That's how I would die.
It would be the best if this was the trailer for Deathloop 2.
Oh my gosh.
8 targets, 1 run.
Gonna break this time loop before it breaks me.
September 14th.
Oh man, that's next week.
That's a week away. Yeah.
Damn. This looks so spooky.
Tracking.
Channel 2, you gotta be on 3 or 4.
I recognize this music.
Radiohead.
Oh yeah. That's why.
Kid Amnesia.
Kid Amnesia.
Kid Amnesia.
Maybe it's like a virtual album.
K.
K.
Oh, a music game.
I've seen something about this before.
As long as they don't go to a fishing town, right, Eric?
Yes.
What?
What the fuck?
I'm a bird, bitch.
I'm a bird, motherfucker. I'm a bird. This is a demon girl.
Whoa.
That's pretty fucking sweet, actually.
Super Mario
Kojo.
Odyssey.
Oh,
With
then you can
anything.
take your own claw off and throw it down.
Breath of the Wild gliding.
Zelda.
Beast Boy Simulator.
Jump. But you don't want to be a tiger.
The raft.
Oh, the evil plant.
The world is interesting.
Yeah, this looks really cool.
Chia? Chia?
It's probably Chia.
Hello, little crab. I will pet you and you will love me.
Happy crab.
You ever see that one video of the crab has a knife? It's chasing people.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Chia.
The biggest
Ooh.
treasure of
Huh.
all time is within our grasp.
Are they remaking it for PS5 or something?
Probably
Is this
re-releasing, yeah.
The Vita one?
Oh, and the Lost Legacy together?
Okay.
Yeah.
Remaster.
And PC.
Nice.
We're all a bunch of thieves digging around where we shouldn't.
Oh, yes. Yes, please.
Oh crap!
Oh, what a great moment.
I remember that. I remember that sequence. It was so
4
good.
was so good. I need to play Lost Legacy still.
Yeah, me too.
Are you ready to seek your fortune?
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Uncharted coming to PC. 4 and Lost Legacy.
I'm Herman Hulst, head of PlayStation Studios.
Herman.
PlayStation Studios, at its heart, is a diverse and passionate group of storytellers at our collective of AAA studios all across the globe. Everything we do is driven and inspired by storytelling. As creators, PlayStation 5 gives us the opportunity to push the boundaries of storytelling even further. Our world-class development teams at PlayStation Studios have already delivered such incredible gaming experiences for PS5, and we're only just getting started. As you'll see today with the lineup of exclusive games coming for PlayStation Studios, we're going to continue to drive innovation, advance gaming, while always embracing the legacy of PlayStation and creating games that matter. Games that you're not going to find anywhere else. Enjoy.
Show me.
Joy.
Good soup.
At the dark end of the street.
What's it gonna be?
It's Insomniac.
I know.
Is it gonna be like Wolverine, Last of Us?
I don't know.
This could be, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, what's his arm?
I'm not
Arm is
feeling
way bigger.
I'm not feeling Spidey.
It could be Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm waiting to see it come out.
There he is.
Come on. There it is.
Awesome.
I hope he's short
Marvel
and Canadian.
Wolverine.
Short and Canadian. That's what I need. It's filthy.
That's so good, man.
All right.
Spider-Man was so good. I would be in for a similar Wolverine kind of game.
Oh man.
This must be Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Can't sleep, he can't do.
Can you drive the truck?
Can you play the organ while driving?
You have to play the organ to drive. Like if you play the piece perfectly, then you win the race. Oh, that's a good shot.
Oh, look at the snow. Oh, God. The snow in the car looks so good.
Gran Turismo has always looked really good.
Sounded good. Oh, wait. Is this like a open
world
hub? Like a Burnout Paradise?
Wasn't Forza doing like a very kind of open
thing?
Were. Maybe Gran Turismo's doing like a similar kind of thing.
These pictures just look real, man.
I know. So good. The thing that's always impressed me about these games is just the level of customization. Yeah.
Wait, was that the initial D car? I want to go back.
I'm sure there are
doubt
skins for just about everything.
I thought it was a Relby K23.
Did an 8.6?
Even if that isn't the car, Rick, I'm sure you could make it.
For as
Greenwich.
long as I can remember, I have looked for an equal. One who could
See advanced suit.
Oh, is it? What is this?
One who could even beat me.
Oh, is it? Who's talking? Who is it?
It kind of sounds like
Yet all I've
Craven?
is disappointment.
Craven the Hunter.
Craven the Hunter.
I think it's Craven.
Will one of you finally give me what I desire?
This guy's first. Start revving.
I'm holding my breath.
Shut up, Eric.
So that was Venom.
Yeah, that's
Oh
Venom.
my God, it is.
That's Venom.
Oh, I have chills.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. Oh, Spider-Man 2.
Venom.
I have goosebumps like all over me. 2023.
No,
That's
it's
so
so
far
long.
away.
Yes, dude, Wolverine
Man.
and Spider-Man 2 and Knights of the Republic remastered, baby.
Don't forget about Deathloop.
Yeah, that's good too.
I think it might be it. That might be the last thing they're ending with.
Venom.
Yeah, it's 4:40.
What?
Nope, there's something.
Wait.
So
I hear
soon.
rain.
Oh,
my boy.
Oh. The Hunter.
I got so many chills right
running
now.
out. The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok. War is coming. My story doesn't end hiding in these woods. I should be out there.
Boy got
finding out
old.
Who I am, who Loki is.
I will not allow you to pick a fight with gods.
I don't
Whoa.
want to fight
Gosh.
anyone.
Freya.
Ooh,
Just
that's
want
cool.
answers.
And if those answers lead to war with Asgard,
Maybe that's what Mother wanted.
we do not know what Mother wanted.
It's just a head?
Yeah.
I recognize that dour expression anywhere.
Ah, did we get a sled?
Yes.
Odin's got tricks up
Dire
his
wolf
sleeve.
Because everything's frozen.
Consider.
What if there was someone who could help us?
Huh?
You mean Tyr, the old god of war in these lands?
Tyr.
He's dead.
Oh.
Well, for a dead man, Odin seemed
Look how pretty it is.
He wasn't
It
found.
is.
If he's out there, we gotta find him.
Come in.
Ah, the dwarves.
All yarns be the happen to him.
He
We're
got
trying
so
to stop
tall.
Ragnarok, to help people.
Oh.
And what if the only way to do that is war?
Frog people.
Yes.
War is not the only way.
Stop thinking like a father for a moment and start thinking like a general.
Ooh. Oh.
You seem like a calm and reasonable person.
Oh man.
Calm and reasonable person.
Oh.
Oh man, that hammer.
Oh, dude, that was the Bifrost.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like they're in
damn.
hell.
In moments of crisis,
Is it a centaur?
panic does nothing.
Goddamn dark elves.
Harness it. Let it serve you.
Whoa, look at that. Look at the deer
Pretty
thing.
fucking boy is so sweet. Patriots.
Tyr!
The god of war.
Are you coming with us?
Yeah.
Whoa. He much bigger than I thought he was.
Yeah. Sweet.
Oh boy.
You'll get your answer soon enough. Well, some of them.
Who are
Good
you?
answer soon enough.
I don't know. Ooh. This is a good show, boys.
I don't think I can take any more.
More updates.
Is it gonna be like a post
5,
show?
4, 3, 2. Okay. All right. Here we go. Thought that was the end.
Yeah. Why?
Or is it just
right?
is it just restarting?
This is how the other one started.
No, this is.
Yeah, but it said more updates.
Maybe this is just a after show.
Unbelievable. Yes, yes.
I don't know.
Inconceivable. See myself
Yeah.
as fairly reasonable. But at times
I'm
I can
gonna-
be stubborn, so if I have to, I will rock the boat. I don't tend to take the easy road. That's just not the way I like to
Oh
go.
man.
Did you see the Iron Spider though?
I love
it.
Super cool.
It looks so good.
I think it's just the after show, but that's worth it. Man, get that music off that great shot.
Right?
I mean, I don't mind the music, but not on God of War. It needs Bear McCree.
Well,
I found the head.
I recognize that
What head?
dour expression anywhere.
Head.
Oh, the head. Mimir.
And that was the PlayStation
Alrighty.
Showcase. We've got more info and updates coming right now, and I'm in fact joined by no less than PlayStation Studios head Herman Hulst. Herman, really strong showing here from
we
PlayStation
want
Studios
to
tonight,
cover this?
including an awesome new look at GT7 and finally a release date.
I'm just curious on what all they're gonna do, because like, what if they talk more about like what they're looking at from KOTOR or what they're looking at for
What we're doing with
anything.
GT7 is we're pulling
GT7,
from the entire history of the
not necessarily,
franchise,
but
taking some of the best features into GT7.
I don't know what else they're gonna do.
GT campaign, arcade missions, all that good stuff. And you know, I got a chance to play, and it just looks and plays sensationally. The haptics, the vibrations, you feel
Oh,
the
man, the
rolls,
haptics.
the pull and
Yeah.
the weight of
On
the,
the-
of
Oh,
the
man.
different
That would
cars.
be
I'll
good.
tell
Like that.
you, the one
That'd
thing
be
that
crazy.
I personally really liked is the break-in variations through the adaptive triggers. That really kind of makes you feel like you're an incredible racer, and for me, that's great.
great to hear that about GT7. I can't wait to play that. But I also really wanted to talk
They're
about
not really speaking to each other.
Insomniac. I mean, this is a studio that is
This was edited
absolutely
together.
on fire the last
You can hear it.
year, maybe 18 months with Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales,
Did you say you
Ratchet
hate it?
and Clank, A Rift
No, I
Apart,
said you can hear it.
and now two
Oh.
big reveals tonight in the form of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and Marvel's
Which
Wolverine.
I'm sure will have some type of like
kind of a shock.
crossover, maybe.
You work really closely
know.
with
We'll
Insom,
see.
Herman. So what can you tell us about just why Insom gets so fired up about the Marvel Universe?
I mean, Sid, you said it. Insomniac are on fire. They've been just so productive. And I think the team in Insomniac, they're really always challenging themselves to raise the bar with their approach to storytelling and craftsmanship. And it's really evident in the consistently high quality of games that they've been delivering over the years. I think on top of that, they really prize collaboration amongst their team. And that collaboration that also extends to the way that they work with other PlayStation teams, but also their work with their great partners at Marvel. And that collaboration resulted in the amazing first two Marvel Spider-Man games. And I know that Insomniac are extremely excited to be further expanding the
Who is he
universe
fighting right
into
there?
Marvel
I don't
Spider-Man
know.
2 now.
Like, these look like they
And
could
they're
be
also gonna be
grunts.
raising the bar again, in terms of immersion,
Man, that
action,
guy
visual
stood no
fidelity.
chance.
I think
Yeah, he
Marvel
got
Spider-Man
fucked.
2 will be a spectacular showpiece for gaming, and they're also so thrilled to then bring gamers an emotional
Dude, look
and
at
a
the size
suspenseful
of that
journey
guy's
into Marvel's
wrist.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
I think that PlayStation fans are really going to be in for a treat over the next few years.
Very cool, very exciting times, and on multiple fronts. Tonight, we also got our first big look at God of War Ragnarok. Herman, what can you tell us about where Santa Monica Studio is going with this one?
You know, like many of the fans, I'm personally really invested in the relationship between Kratos and Atreus. We got to see in the trailer that there's some real tension
Atreus'
brewing
voice actor
between them as
definitely got
Ragnarok
older, I'll tell you
approaches.
that.
So,
Yeah.
I can't wait for players to
And
see
I understand
how
that's
that
how time
relationship
works, but
between
still.
evolves. And you gotta trust me when I say that Santa Monica Studio have prepared quite a few twists and turns for players as they set up the finale of
Dude,
the
tears
Norse
so
saga in
big.
God of War Ragnarok.
We're going to get an update on God of War Ragnarok from Santa Monica Studio here in just a moment. But
Asgardian,
before you
right?
go, Herman, wanted to get
Should
your
be
take
big.
on Horizon Forbidden West. Now, we've learned that this one
Oh,
is
they didn't even
coming
show
out
anything
in
of that one.
February. I am sure that by this point you have played it. So what has jumped out to you? What can you tell us about the game?
I've had a chance to play the game on PS4 and PS5, and it looks great on both. For PS5, the level of detail on Aloy, her kit, her lighting, it's just exceptional. Even more amazing because the environments have so much going on too.
That is
From the ruins of San
beautiful.
Francisco to those new underwater areas, everything just
Whoa.
looks breathtaking. And it loads really fast because of the SSD. Plus, the combat in the game offers so much variety. It's all based on player choice. There's so many cool weapons and tools, and when you combine these
That's
together, that
cool.
comes in really handy when you're dealing with the new machines. On PS5, the haptic feedback on the controller, I think in my mind really adds to the experience, when you're firing arrows and the other ammo. The team at Guerrilla, I know them so well. I'm super proud of them. They're creating something incredibly special. And I just can't wait for gamers to get the next chapter of Aloy's adventure in their hands.
Thanks for the update, Herman. We're joined now
Wish I would've
by
played the first
Eric
one by now,
and
but
Corey from
maybe I'll get to it
Santa
at some
Monica
point.
Studio. And I wanted to check in with you
game.
two on the
Hey,
big announcement we
there
saw
he
just a
is,
few minutes
Ben
ago,
Self.
God of War Ragnarok. We finally got our first big look at it. And actually, Eric, I wanted to start with you. You've been involved with every single God of War, including 2018's God of War. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct, Sid. I've been with the studio since 2004 in many different capacities, working with both Santa Monica and Marietta on the God of War franchise. And I don't know why, but they thought it'd be a good idea to say, hey, do you want to direct this one? And so that's what I'm doing. I'm directing God of War Ragnarok, or as Corey likes to call it, never heard of it. So that's the update on that.
So, Eric, why the shift in leadership on God of War Ragnarok?
It's always been a tradition here at Santa Monica to change the directors across the games. We've had really good success with that. Corey's been the only repeat director.
Look at the background.
And, rightfully
Yeah.
so. He's pretty damn good at what he does.
So cool.
So that's kind of what it is.
The important thing for us is to be able to kind of get a fresh perspective each time, but also, a fresh pair of legs in the sense that you're really exhausted at the end of finishing one of these things. So you got to con somebody else into doing
Yeah, there's a
it.
great documentary about the making
Eric,
of
what
2018.
aesthetics
Really
or
good, but
themes
there's
sort
so
of
much
resonate
they
with
do.
you as a creative? I mean, I guess
That's
what I'm
cool.
getting at is like how,
I like
how do
seeing,
you
like,
see
the
yourself
behind the
leaving
scenes
your
and stuff.
fingerprints
It's
on
called
God
like
of War
Raising
Ragnarok?
Kratos or something like
Kind
that.
of the designer in me wants to answer one way, but
It's on
as a
YouTube.
director, you have to answer a different way. I think you have to learn how to jettison your own profession when you switch over to the director's role, which I'm sure Corey can understand. I mean, he kind of animated a little bit on God of War 2, and we kind of had to throw it all out, except for that sneaky backflip that Kratos has never done again that we left in. That's the perk of being the director, I guess. But you know, from my point of view, like we want to tell a very heartfelt and epic story.
Every
as,
time you
know,
sail,
father
there's
and
like a new
son
story that
go on a
Kratos
journey,
talks
and they
says. It's so
kind of
great.
struggle with holding on to stuff and letting go.
I realize
of
he put the
things.
head on
You know,
his
it's a
belt.
very difficult.
Yeah.
thing to deal with.
He's always like, "Look out, brother!"
We kind of want to
Behind
arrive
you.
at that by taking like slices of life or family, you know, drama, if you will, and kind of juxtapose that against big Norse backdrop. And you know, at the end, we just want to have an ending that feels very, you know, surprising yet inevitable based on all those things. But it's kind of, you know, I'm from the Midwest, so like slice of life, very common, mundane things are just as interesting as big world events. And so we try to collide those things together. It's, you know, make an experience that's very worthy of the God of War name.
So with the game officially being called God of War Ragnarok, I guess it doesn't take a genius to think that perhaps Ragnarok factors into this game in some manner. Can you confirm that, Eric?
Yeah, I mean, you can't call the game God of War Ragnarok and not have Ragnarok happen in the game. So, you know, it's going to happen. We're going to cap off the Norse series with it. And I think Chris Judge said it best in the announced trailer last year. Prepare
They said
yourselves.
about ending the Norse
The
saga.
last game ended with
building
a
up to the
teaser
finale of the Norse
sorts
saga or
for
something.
Thor. And I just got to know, was that Thor's voice we heard in the trailer just a few minutes ago?
That was definitely Thor's voice that we heard in the trailer. Thor is being played by Ryan Hurst, which you might know him from Sons of Anarchy. He played Opie, one of my favorite characters ever.
He's Beta
and
in the Walking
delighted
Dead
to have
Calvin.
him come play in the God of War sandbox.
Oh, yeah, I recognize
and, his take on Thor and our take visually on Thor is very different than the hunky Australian you might know. You know, he's much closer to the Norse mythology version. You know, he's this big, burly, almost hedonistic man-child, red hair, you know, left-handed, just a little off kilter than the Thor that a lot of people know right now. So I can't wait for people to experience more of that when the game's done.
We also heard the name Odin in tonight's trailer. So I imagine if we're going to experience Ragnarok, Odin's going to have to play a pretty big role here, right?
Definitely. I mean, Odin is the Allfather of all the realms, so he's going to show up when Ragnarok happens. We're very, very happy to have Mr. Richard Schiff come on to play Odin for us. You may know him as Toby from The West Wing. This was one that we never thought was going to happen. It was like kind of a shot in the dark, and he got back to us, and we walked him around the mocap
He's
volume.
playing
and he was
Odin?
Like, I've never done anything like this before.
That's
Let's
cool.
do it. And so the kind of rest is history.
Holy
so I can't
shit.
wait for people to experience that and see how he factors in. And it's a very different take, again, much like Thor. You know, he's like a old man who's just kind of busy with his own things and doing whatever he wants. And he doesn't live in a castle or anything like that. So it's again, a different take, kind of what we do. We just take what's known and curveball it a little bit and, you know, make it special.
Actually, Toby
We
talk
also
as
saw
Odin.
a couple of new characters tonight. So what can you tell us about them?
Are you talking about the little squid? Oh no, you're talking about Tyr, the big guy. Yeah, he's the Norse god of war. And Kratos and Atreus have finally found him. We talked a lot about him in 2018, so we were like, well, you might as well show him to the people. And then the last character we saw at the trailer, you know, like with the little wink and smile from Angerboda, she's one of the last remaining giants. And her story is pretty amazing and how it fits into the world of God of War.
Interesting.
Tyr is being played by Ben Prendergast, who's been completely absorbed in the role, even though he is not a giant as Tyr is. And then Angerboda is being played by Leia De Leon Hayes, who's a complete treasure on set. She's been amazing. Watching her chemistry with the other characters has been amazing. And she's one of the last giants that's living. So we have those characters and a few more. You know, there's a lot of different monsters you saw in there. And it's been so many talented people at the studio building this trailer and putting it together. I just want to give a shout out to the team. I love you guys. You know, I wish you could be here doing this interview with me. I wish you were all behind me right now at the studio. That would have been completely amazing. And, you know, lastly, to our fans, we have a saying at the studio that we are fans of our fans. And I cannot wait to watch all the tweets, the messages, the reaction videos that you guys put out, and our team to be able to take that into heart
that's funny.
and just get excited and hyped, and then use that to push us through to finish the game for you guys. So
I mean, the reaction videos for their last
Now, Corey, we haven't heard a whole lot out of you
2018
here.
one.
Oh, the
are
announcement.
amazing.
Now that
They're
we know
amazing.
you're not directing God of War Ragnarok, I was hoping maybe you could give us a little clue about what you may or may not be working on next.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You'd like me to just spill the beans and tell you everything that's going on right now. We're actually doing a bunch of stuff. It's really exciting, all the things that we're doing, and you're tempted to know what is this, but I
Tell me one.
don't really have anything I can talk about right now specifically, mostly because we're really focused on God of War Ragnarok, that I am incredibly excited that I finally understand that that's what everyone was saying, God of War Ragnarok. I was way off. I was thinking it was something else that they were talking about. I think we'll wait to get any deeper into it.
He was the one who said never heard of it.
We'll talk again, Sid.
I know.
I think.
All right. Well, thank you, Corey, and thank you, Eric.
He's
And
talking
next
about
up, we
God of
have
War something
Ryan
else.
Treadwell. He's the lead producer at Aspire. And wouldn't you know, just a little while ago, we got the announcement of a remake for Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So, Ryan, I guess my question is this like a remaster?
Is this a full-on?
Of the original
It says
game, or
remake.
What's going on here?
Are they altering
It's
it
so
to be
much more,
canon?
Sid.
You know, like
This is a complete remake of this beloved Star Wars story. For Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake, we are rebuilding from the ground up while maintaining that integrity of story and character from the original.
So Ryan, how much of a remake are we talking about here? I mean, is this
Say ground
updating
out,
some
motherfucker.
graphics, adding some higher resolution modes?
You know, the original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is a true classic and one of our favorite Star Wars stories ever. We want to honor that original story and make it as impactful for players today. In terms of the visuals, we have an opportunity to present this story with a much higher
We have the
level
same
of
voice
fidelity than was
actors?
possible in the
I don't
past.
know. I'm wanting to
while
see if they
making
say anything
sure
about
that
it. It'd be
we're
great.
being authentic to what players loved about that
Bring
original
everyone back
game.
in.
So we know Aspire from bringing classic Star Wars games to modern consoles. But this is a much bigger project than anything the studio's tackled.
They did
before.
Republic
So
Commandos too,
What
Eric.
can you tell me about the
Mhm.
team
Company doing
behind the
this.
game?
You're absolutely right. While Aspire has enjoyed a great relationship with Lucasfilm Games through our work bringing classic Star Wars games to new audiences on modern platforms, this project is on a completely different level to anything we have done before. That's why we knew we had to assemble the right team to do this project justice. We put together a team full of industry veterans from fan-favorite RPGs, even including the original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Ah.
It has been a really rewarding experience to assemble such a talented team to bring back an epic game. Of course, we're also working closely with the amazing teams at PlayStation and Lucasfilm Games. Together, we couldn't be more excited about what we'll be able to show you in the future. All of us are, of course, huge Star Wars fans too. One of the nice parts about building a team to make a big Star Wars game is the ability to instantly bond with all of the new people of your favorite aspects of Star Wars. We all have different Star Wars memorabilia behind us in every call, and it always sparks up a good conversation.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
All
Very exciting stuff, and I'm definitely dying to see more of that one.
Thank you, Sid. It will be some time before we're ready to show more, but we're very excited about being able to reveal more in the future.
Take your time.
All right, and that's it for our show.
I'm so excited.
You can catch up on all the big news on PlayStation.blog and check out all the trailers from tonight's PlayStation Showcase on YouTube. Thanks for watching.
All
There we
right.
go. That will be the end
I
of it.
got what I
there.
wanted, which was God of War and Spider-Man.
Dude, I can't believe
and got
they're
what I
having
never
KOTOR.
imagined I was gonna get a remake of KOTOR.
Who knows? Yeah, like they've been remaking Jedi Outcast. They remade recently. They did.
Well, they didn't remake. That was just like
a lot of those were
ported over.
remastered
Yeah, this is a
or ports.
re-remake.
They were one of the two. Like
And
I
it's
think they did
such
some
a
of those.
bigger
but
game.
It's
This
so
is
big. He talked about the visuals a lot, but I really
Sure.
hope we can keep, Bastila Shan. It sounded like Bastila. Now that I knew that was Revan, I was like, is that Bastila that was talking about, the Sith code or whatever? I hope that we can keep relatively, if it's not just the same voices completely from the old game, but maybe the same actors. But I also really love Knights of the Republic's music. It does not have any Star Wars John Williams music. It's completely
I just wonder
on
if
its own.
with the idea of being a remake, like how much do you keep the same, and also how much do you change?
Yeah.
And do they do it in a way where it's just like we just want to remake this game, let people play it, and it's gonna be fun for people who have or haven't played it, or is it a remake and they alter it a little bit if they need to make it also fit into like an actual canon thing?
From what he said
about,
about
I don't know if that's
making
a possibility. If it's more so just for fun,
I don't know, yeah.
and everyone can just enjoy the same story and everything that we had before, because a lot of people just love that. And if you change too much, they might not like it. But there has been remakes where this game was remade and they altered some stuff, and this is what it is now.
Sure.
Well, I mean, it's coming out on console, so
this people are saying that it's a timed exclusive. So
It's still coming out on a console.
Yeah, it's coming up on a console. But
for,
I mean, Xbox
for time exclusive is like what they did with Mario
Yeah.
All-Star. You know, it's like it's going to be out for X amount of time.
Yeah.
And then it won't be available anymore. But
From what they were saying about making it a faithful, like, remake of the original with the original characters and stuff, from what he said there, I don't think they would change it and make it like more canon or anything. But
I mean, you don't make it more canon, but the idea of like, is what they're doing just for fun, or is what they're doing at all related to like Disney fitting in their canon of what they want?
Yeah.
And like this will make it canon. Like you could still change some things too to make it tie into like High Republic stuff. That wouldn't necessarily change things too much, but you could add in some stuff. You could put in some extra quest lines.
I mean,
or some
if it
extra
keeps
dialogue
the same time period, then 4,000 years to 200 years in terms of past and stuff.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you got like different characters and stuff that you could maybe switch around. Yoda lives for a very long time. Maybe you have someone that shows up in the High Republic that is familiar or references something that happens in it. But does this bring it up to where like, is there a reason for releasing it now? Like, is this because you want to bring it in to where now it could be, let's mess with the old Republic. We brought this game out. We got a new generation of people playing that never played it, an older generation that love it.
I definitely get what you mean, and I can have some high hopes for that. But
I just wonder if they're looking at it from that way.
I'll assume no, just because like they recently brought in, Republic Commando, Jedi Outcast was re-released. Like, I don't think. I mean, I would hope if they're going to be like remaking it from the ground up.
Most of those though were like
I don't know,
remastered / ports though. You know, they weren't like remade. If you're remaking it, you have a lot more flexibility of changing and adding and altering anything.
Well,
so
like
I'm just curious
with
on any of
Final
that.
Fantasy 7, like that is much different, and they are taking the story in a different direction.
Yeah. It's still the same characters. It's some similar story stuff.
Yeah.
But that remake is vastly different from the original.
It plays very
Final
differently,
Fantasy 7.
and all the story beats are not the
so
same.
with PlayStation already having done that, is it possible that a KOTOR remake, sure, it's remade and its characters and maybe similar stories, but can it be different? And is it because maybe they're leaning into something more? Or is it one for one just going to be the same thing, but looking better? That's the difference I'm looking at as far as remake, you know? So I don't know. But I'm excited either way because,
and,
like,
I mean, with it being on the PlayStation, when it'll be exclusive to PlayStation when it comes out, but then it'll go out to PC and Xbox at a later time, which will be. I mean, I played on PC back in the day, and I loved to mod That's Old Republic so much. So, I mean, I don't know if I could wait though, but we'll see.
I wonder what else they will change with it. Like Final Fantasy VII's battle system for that remake is vastly different than Final Fantasy VII's battle system in the original.
Different.
You know, and they're both good, right? Like one's just a turn-based style, but the other one is it kind of has that elements of turn-based in it, right?
And you can play the new one more turn-based as well.
Sure.
It's still not quite the same as it was back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's modernized, and part of it is a little more actiony. And there's new music, there's new remixes of the old music.
Like, do you do that with Star Wars and make it where it's a little bit more actiony combat, or do you change it up and keep it more of like, because that kind of had like a turn-based but not turn-based, but you're kind of like queuing up what your attack's going to be, and it kind of played in like a D&D system kind of thing, you know? But
it was a CRPG.
But what I have to imagine that's not going to change is the reason for. I know this is an older game, so a lot of you have to remember, like a lot of us played this back in the day, but there's going to be a lot of people that have no idea about Knights of the Old Republic that are new Star Wars fans because of stuff like The Mandalorian or the sequels that never played it.
Sure.
And if you have, make sure you're sensitive to there's stuff in that game that people that never played have no idea about.
Story
and
beats
it's going to be really easy to spoil that for people. But I remember, like, when I played it for the first time, experiencing that story, and it was like, I can't believe this is happening, and that kind of stuff. We've got to make sure, because we got people even in this room, like Calvin, you've never played Knights of the Republic.
Nope.
I would love for Calvin to be able to play a remake of Knights of the Republic and know nothing about it going in, you know?
Yeah. Sure.
Other than just a general knowledge of Star Wars.
Part of me wonders too, like there's the same kind of idea with like Final Fantasy VII, where it has like big twists and spoilers, or things that you're like, man, if you'd never played this before, you would have fun playing through the storyline.
Yeah.
But like with the remake being changed and different, like what story beats are still there, what aren't, what new ones are there that the people who did play the original aren't expecting and can still be like a new twist for them when they think they know what the story's gonna be. So I'm definitely excited to see like what they do with it. Like I know there's no release date, there's no trailers, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm just excited I'm excited that they're announcing that it is coming.
I know it was
and what it could be.
It was the first thing,
and I was not expecting it. I was not ready for that to be.
Even
what
whenever
they
just start, like I heard Sith, and I'm like, okay, that's a Sith code. Okay, what is this? And Rick said, mobile game. I'm like, you motherfucker, it probably is. But just the red blade coming out, and it took just a frame or two to realize that's Darth Revan's mask.
I mean, it's a PlayStation press conference, so it wasn't going to be a mobile game, but
Yeah.
I thought it might have been like a MOBA.
No, I get what you
something,
mean.
You know,
it's you get excited, then you're like, okay, I'm not gonna play that right, maybe, but I'm gonna play this one a lot. Yeah, I in terms of like it being a remake, in terms of what changes there could be, I mean, I loved the original game, so I don't need a ton of changes. But one thing that could be improved maybe is, that was kind of the beginning of BioWare's choice and conversation tree. And it is a little dated, especially now that I'm playing like Mass Effect and stuff like that. So I wonder if they are going to do something different, maybe like adding more consequence to certain things might be interesting.
Well, the things that would be good is, and I say good, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it was bad before, but expanding where like, your dialogues, the quests that you can do, like it'd be nice to have like, if you could implement more quests and open up the galaxy a little bit more, where like when you go to a planet, it feels a little bit more like a little bigger than just like I landed here and this is where I am.
Like I'm on a planet, but I only have 1 square mile.
So like that, that at the time is really good in what they did. But now you could probably expand that a little bit more. You could add in more quests, and I think one thing that would open up that I didn't necessarily like as much back when I played the first one much later because I didn't have an Xbox. But when I played it, you have to play through the game more than once in order to experience all of the companions that you can meet and have, whatever. I don't know if Mass Effect's the same way, but like you get different companions you can take with you, right?
Yeah.
As you play and you get experience with them and you make a connection, you unlock dialogue trees with them, sometimes quest lines and stuff.
Yep.
In KOTOR, I don't know if Mass Effect's this way, but in KOTOR, you can't do that for everybody in one playthrough. You'd have to play through more than one time. But if you open up the worlds a little bit and give some more quests, some different dialogue options, you could kind of have some more stuff in the world, in the galaxy, filling things out. But it also gives you more things to do to maybe bring some different people with you and fulfill different quest lines of all these different characters you have with you,
I'm not sure what like the scope of this project is, but it could be like a Age of Empires remake where it's the base game, but then there's DLC.
Yeah.
That's now new.
Sure. And that's true too. I mean, if they did, KOTOR 2 ended before they had like a whole nother like planet you were going to go to, and they just didn't get to it, Like if they remade that, you're like, let's remake this too after we're done with this and tell the story of everything we want and finish the game and have a little bit more to it and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, no, it would just be neat to have like either extra stuff, maybe not extra stuff. Like you could do like I just keep thinking of Final Fantasy 7. It's like, well, you could have similar, different, or the same, but also just more. And just expand, like, well, you can do this, and this adds more to the story. But if you skip it, you could skip it too, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's so many things in my mind of like how they could do it and what they could do.
I would temper my expectations.
Sure.
Like not expecting a Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Well, no,
thing.
I'm perfectly fine with just the exact same game in a better fashion. I would love to. There's been times I want to play the game, and I'm like, I don't want to get out like an Xbox. I'm not gonna port it. I've had issues on ports on the PC before and stuff. I could play it on my phone, I guess, but I'm not gonna do that either. Having a remake, I'd probably play through it at least 2 times, like after it comes out, just to play it and go through. And I'm sure my kids will love it. Melanie, it's one of her favorite games ever. So I don't know. I'm fine with the same exact game, but my mind's just racing with all these other ideas of what you could do and how you could change and the canon and whatever else. So, but my biggest hope is you make the same exact game.
Yep.
Right? And at the very least, what they're doing is they're implementing, look, here's some Old Republic stuff. Hopefully everyone enjoys this. New people have now seen it.
Yeah.
We did High Republic and tested waters of that. We're going to also open up the era of the Old Republic and start telling stories back then with books or TV shows or movies or whatever. And I think that would be even, I'm fine with just that.
We're going to get fucking Darth Malak.
Because then all the stories.
We're going to get fucking Carther Nassi, baby.
Like all the stories I'm talking about that you could tell in KOTOR, you don't have to if what you're doing is just trying to give a taste so that you can implement movies, TV shows, and books and comics all in canon.
Sure.
And then you can tell those stories right there. And I would love that too. I'd love to see like a Darth Revan story on the movies,
HK-47.
He's so cool. HK is such a cool character.
Oh man,
Dude,
well, that's amazing.
I don't know. It'd be so fun.
It's gonna be great. What else was there that I was really into?
Yeah. Well, besides that, Calvin and Rick, how about you guys? Me and Eric just been talking about Star Wars.
Yep.
Anything you guys saw, so you guys can talk about something that you were like, oh, this looks really good.
I mean, I'm excited for Logan and Spider-Man 2.
Sure.
I just recently,
Wolverine, yeah.
this past year, played Spider-Man for the first time. Really
It's a
enjoyed
fun
it.
game. I like
yeah.
that game.
No,
And
it's a lot of fun.
It sounds like it's gonna be Craven and Venom.
I heard Craven's voice. I swore. That's who I went to first.
Maybe
Which
whenever
side's Venom
they
gonna be on? Is he
Maybe
gonna
it's
switch?
Venomized Craven.
No, I don't think. Maybe.
You don't think?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's possible, I suppose, but it definitely felt Craven-y.
Cravenom.
I love me some Craven. He's one of my favorite Spider-Man villains.
He's really good. He's great, and like he can be. Sometimes he's like not necessarily your bad guy.
Yeah,
Sometimes he is your bad guy.
Yeah,
You
he's
know, like
you know, a sympathetic character too.
Do you think you'll play as both Peter and Miles, or just Peter?
I bet you'll switch.
You probably switch. It's gonna be
I
like
think
GTA.
it would be cool to be able to switch between them, and then you can or pick between them.
Or it might be a thing where, like, instead of Spider-Man and Mary Jane levels, now it's Spider-Man and Spider-Man levels.
Could be cool.
Sure. And you're working
Yeah.
together, being stealthy and doing different things, or working together with
But
like
we
your
would
Miles and
miss out
Peter's
on
like
the Mary
working with
Jane
you.
levels.
Sure.
I think having
Yeah.
them both, you could do a lot of things with that and just open
yeah,
up
with
like
Biscuit.
different
Yeah.
ideas.
As soon as I saw both Spider-Man playing, I was like, oh man, it would be so awesome if it was a co-op campaign.
That could be possible
People
too.
are saying that Tony Todd is voicing Venom.
Tony Todd,
Yeah.
isn't that Candyman?
That's
That guy?
It's
Is that him?
Zoom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's the Candyman.
Okay, it sounded kind of like him.
Yeah.
Huh? But that was not the same voice though that I thought was Craven then. 'Cause I don't think it was Tony Todd.
Tony
right?
Todd. It was definitely him at the end, but I'm not sure about as it was talking.
Like the voice
in
when I was like,
beginning.
"Is that Craven?" I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Well-
can't. It could be him, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that was two different voices. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that was Craven talking.
Okay,
and then
good.
Venom
I feel-
talked right at the end.
I feel better
I
then
think.
because the voice when I was like, "That sounds like Craven." When you say Tony Todd, I'm not picturing Tony Todd doing that voice.
I feel like
But
it
maybe
was
he did.
Craven, and then at the very, very end when Venom came out, that was Tony Todd.
It would be interesting, like, because like even Spider-Man had like kind of arcs, right, and what the story was,
Yeah.
and like
Mhm.
here's the issue at hand, and like the city kind of changes as the issues occur, right?
No,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So you could start with like Craven is the issue at 1st,
Mhm.
but then like the Venom symbiote thing is happening, and it's kind of like seeded in the beginning,
Mhm.
and it also works very well with what happened at the end of the game. When you get to the end and you're like, what's that? What's that? What's that? You know?
Sure.
So like you could have like Craven's an issue, but because of Craven, this happens. Now once you defeat Craven and beat that, the symbiote's the issue, you know? And you kind of like transition through the game and the storytelling of what is the big bad of whatever.
I think we get like Venomized Craven instead of Eddie Brock.
I mean, I don't know. With having a symbiote, like you could have it be jumping from different people, and like that's the problem. It's like you're trying to stop this symbiote, and it
keeps
it's,
jumping
maybe it is
from
on Eddie Brock, and you release him, and Eddie Brock's
Sinister
free,
Six.
and yeah, you know, like now it jumps onto you have symbiote Craven or symbiote whoever, I don't know, and then you can start leading into having a Maximum Carnage video game series, which could be like really cool. Bringing a
That'd be
few
cool.
people, Maximum Carnage, that whole arc was crazy. So many people showed up too, trying to stop this symbiote terror. Ah, so good.
Did you list out the games while they were happening, Aaron?
No, I started to, and then I was trying to watch, and I
I
didn't.
don't know
type
if
them
we'll
all
have time
up,
to
but
talk about all of them, but
No. I figured the bigger ones that we want to talk
bigger
about,
ones.
we would. Like Deathloop, we've seen a lot of. That comes out soon.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It was like Chala.
Tachia, like TCHIA.
The-
Yeah.
the
That
T
one
is
looked
silent.
interesting. It's
Yeah,
like
that-
a
It's like
cell
Chia.
shaded
Yeah.
looking game, but
Yeah, it looked really cool.
Eric was really interested in that one.
Just
'cause
like
there was
being able to
fishing
go
in
into
it.
any of the animals and each of them having their own unique
I did like
powers
the
and abilities.
the possession.
Yeah.
seemed interesting.
The possession part was
I
my
liked
favorite.
whenever I possessed
Demon
the
girl.
animals. Ruin their lives.
I mean, obviously, God of War is crazy, and I'm going to play it, and we'll have to either all play it together or fight to see who's going to play it.
sure. I mean, I haven't played
I'm
the
gonna
first
fight
game
hard,
yet.
baby.
I may be able to do like what Calvin did. Like whenever Last of Us 2 came out, I think Eric was playing that, but at that same time, Calvin was playing Last of Us 1.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Yeah.
on the channel on Twitch here, we had like, both of those kind of happening, where you could see like someone who's never played Last of Us playing Last of Us 1, and then someone who had already played the first one playing new game. So maybe when that comes out, maybe I could play the God of War 1 game, and then you guys can argue who's playing God of War 2.
I haven't played God of War.
You got to play God of War 1, 2, 3, and then 2018.
Yeah,
I've played the first one up until at least the
20
end.
minutes in.
No, it was back and forth because Andrew Huss came over and we played through that a
Gotcha.
lot. And I had to keep helping him at different parts.
He did.
He was having trouble.
Anytime it was like difficult, then Aaron would play.
And then I would play, and it would be like I hadn't played for,
He came over
2
to
hours
our
of the game.
house and played God of War for like 7 days straight.
Yeah.
He never left.
He did. He would be over there. He'd be playing, and he would play through a chunk of the game. It could have been a quarter of the game. He'd be like, Aaron, I can't beat this part. I'm like, let me see. And I'd go through and like, all right, here you go. There you go. Got it. And I'd hand it back over to him. And I don't know like what new items he's got or what's been going on or anything. It was fun. But
now, did that trailer spoil some stuff for you?
On God of War?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think if you paid attention and kept going back and forth and discussing, it could. But I think that it also kind of just ran right over a couple spoilers. So,
I mean, I know that him and the boy are alive.
Sure.
That is true. But hey, Kratos has died like 15 times. So
sure. Yeah. I get you there too.
That's nothing new.
So,
dude, I literally have crawled out of hell twice.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't one up like a big titty monster?
Oh, it was big titty monsters.
You're thinking of Dante's Inferno.
Oh, was it Dante's Inferno?
Yes.
Oh, no,
Okay.
yeah,
you
but-
always say that, and it's always Dante's Inferno.
I played through Dante's Inferno. I remember that. I remember like a big old titty monster just climbing up his titty wall.
Climbing up this
Titty tube, if you will.
No, it wasn't a titty tube.
And if everyone here hasn't played Alan Wake, that could be a good Scream Stream game.
Yeah, no, I
Sounds
played
like-
Alan Wake. And that's fun.
Yeah,
I
I've
thought
played
about putting on a
Alan
list
Wake a long
before
time
too,
ago.
but with it having like a re-release kind of thing or a remake or whatever, like that could be fun to have, like just being updated a little bit and whatnot. I hope they at one point like re-release on PS5 some of the Metal Gear Solid stuff. Because we were just talking earlier about
Sure.
Metal Gear Solid. I'm like, man, I want to play Metal Gear Solid 1, and I can't find a way of really doing it without getting out like my PS3.
Yeah.
And I'm like, them having it really, because what else are they doing with that game series? Like, Hideo's not there anymore.
Yeah.
It's gonna die. They're not doing the Metal Gear
know,
Survival was awful. So
I just want Hideo to have been able to remake Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2.
I mean, that would be cool. I mean, he already remade Metal Gear. Oh, you mean Metal Gear?
And Metal Gear 2.
I always thought that Konami should just remake Metal Gear 1 and 2 and just do it the best they can since they already have like a loose story, and like just take like 5 but put it into Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear 1 and 2. But I don't know.
That was a hell of a showcase. That's the best one we've seen in,
Sure.
in
was
a long
great,
time.
yeah.
And I think part of it too is like Sony didn't have anything during like E3, right?
Yeah,
like
right.
we haven't really seen too much from them in a little while. At least I don't remember anything in a while. And I think it's nice to be like, all right, what have you guys been working on? Show me some stuff. GTA, okay, thanks. But most of it was all like, oh, okay, this is a game that's coming out. Good. Finally, what is this about? And a lot of them were exclusives too, right? Where they weren't all exclusives. Right?
I don't know.
I mean, GTA 5 isn't. It's everywhere.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
mean-
coming to PS5, so I suppose it's
Gran
exclusive.
Turismo
I
will
guess.
only be on PlayStation.
Yeah, God of War's only on that. Spider-Man's only on that. Logan's only on that. But I was just trying to think if any of those were going to
Uncharted's
be.
coming out on PC.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
yeah. That was an announcement that they had was that PlayStation and PC.
Yeah.
So if you haven't played those yet, that may be a good time for you to play the fourth one, right?
I haven't played the third one.
You didn't play the third one?
Yeah.
Two.
Why'd you stop at 2?
I mean, I don't know.
2 is all
He
right.
doesn't do
I don't remember.
sequels,
3 was
Aaron.
pretty good. 4, I love 4. 4 is really good. I need to play Lost Legacy though. Lost Legacy is really good. Is there any other games that they showed or anything that anyone wanted to mention or talk about?
That's all that immediately comes to mind.
Darth Revan, Aaron.
I'm so excited for Darth Revan.
I don't think I've ever reacted that hard sitting in this chair in my life.
I couldn't. I was not ready for it.
You reacted pretty strongly a couple times in E3.
Yeah.
Like I got chills with Venom and Spider-Man, but I was just I wasn't expecting Knights of the Old Republic at all. Like that wasn't even on my radar of like that's what's coming,
Sure.
Like I was like, oh, maybe Spider-Man would be there. That could be cool to see Spider-Man. And then they showed Spider-Man, like, ooh, who could be? And like, oh, Venom. Oh, I'm so excited for Venom. But I was not ready for KOTOR.
Yeah, thank God we reacted to this.
And thank God we reacted to it live
Yeah,
rather than like, hey, a trailer for Knights of the Republic came out, go watch it.
I mean, that's what I mean, because there's no way we would have been able to avoid it.
It's those things there too why I like doing these live, because it's kind of similar to like when the Smash Brothers announcement happened. Like some of those trailers of the game coming aren't good when it's like, here's the announcement for, KOTOR, and you just watch it and you're like, well, cool.
Yeah.
Like it's not giving you a lot when you know it. But when you're watching, ooh, what the hell is this? New Lucas, ooh, okay, what? I know that mask. Like it's just, that's the revelation there, and I'm so excited for it. Can't wait.
That was always like the cool thing about when you were a kid and going to see a movie and the trailers would come on because you have no idea what you're about to see.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, it's cool too to be able to have it be like an event and you're waiting for it to come out and it's finally here, But sometimes you just like, when you were a kid and you went to the theater, I remember just clearly seeing shit being like, what?
Sure.
This first Spider-Man trailer.
Sure. Or
that
back
was, unfortunately, it was right before 9/11. And then whenever he used the two towers to catch a helicopter, I was freaking the fuck out, I had to cut that scene, but still.
No, yeah. Well, even back in the day when I would watch like Super Bowl with my parents, and there'd be like a really cool trailer dropping on that.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like I was looking online being like, this is what's coming out of the Super Bowl, better watch it. I'm like, oh, I can't wait. And I'm just watching the Super Bowl. I'm like, what the fuck is this movie? This looks awesome. Of course, some trailers were really cool too, of like horses talking to frogs about beer.
That was good.
We're going to be playing Sea of Thieves again tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
So make sure you come back for that at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Shenanigans afoot on the sea.
Yeah, we are going through the Jack Sparrow quest line stuff. We have got 2 tails down and 3 to go, I think.
I believe so. At least 2.
Yeah.
I think there's 3 more, so we'll see how they go. It was a lot of fun last time. We'll get to do it some more this time. We had some cool moments, I thought, like, where it was like, watch out, go, and it was fun.
Some close
Some,
calls.
I love just, like, going
Fast and the
around.
Furious on the high seas.
Yeah. Kind of. I love when things are just kind of happening, like when you're not really ready for anything, and then just shit happens. I love just shit happening in a game. Like, what the fuck? Respond quickly!
So I like the dynamic nature of the game.
But yeah, so guys, thank you. I think that's probably it for this one then. As long as no one has anything else for game-wise or anything.
That'll do, Pig.
That'll do. All right. Well, make sure you guys come back tomorrow for that. And Psychonauts with Rick on Saturday. So.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Revan.